going on, guys? What's going on in the chat? We are live for Buffalo Sabres hockey once again. Last time I streamed, the Sabres did not score a single goal, so very, very low standards tonight to beat that one out. How's it going, Sawyer, in the chat? Truth is in the chat as well. How's it going, guys? Should be a fun one. Again, the Avalanche give up around 4 goals a game. Sabres have been shut out in 2 of their last 3. So as the old saying goes, something has to give. Tonight's game is, it's a big one for the Sabres, right? Coming off 3 straight losses. They were in the playoff mix. Now they're almost out of it. But a win tonight puts them right back in the mix. Again, the Atlantic and the Eastern Conference in general has been very mediocre this year. So Sabres are 1 win away from being right back in the mix. They have to play the Jets on Thursday, but the Jets have kind of been struggling. Again, they got off to like a 15-1 start. Since then, I think they've been, 3-5 or something like that. So I think the Sabres, are catching them at the perfect time. They have a huge opportunity tonight against the Avalanche, which, as I mentioned before, they give up a lot of goals. Shout out Josh Allen. Yeah, what a freaking game that was. I mean, individual performance. This team is, hey, so it's supposed to be a rebuild year. Who knows? Maybe they'll get the Super Bowl this year. That's kind of how things work, right? You never expect things when they happen. But again, with the Sabres tonight, Tage Thompson should be pretty fired up. He just got word that he is left off of the Team USA team for the Four Nations tournament they're doing in, I believe, like a month. So, that's tough news for Tage Thompson, but honestly best for us so he doesn't get injured, because he's been injured all season, here and there. So not sending him off to that, definitely helps his health out a little bit, which, again, we'll have guys like Yogi Haru will probably be there for Finland. Dahlin will definitely be there for Sweden. I doubt Alex Tuck makes the USA team if Tage didn't even make it. They are doing the national anthems now, so we are about 2 to 3 minutes away from puck drop tonight. And hopefully the Sabres can score a goal. Again, last time we streamed, the Sabres failed to even put up a goal. They came close multiple times, especially at the end of that game. But like I mentioned beforehand, 2 of their last 3, they've been shut out. So hopefully Tage Thompson can, knock that rust off quick, because he is the Sabres' best chance to score a goal night in, night out. Casey Middlestat back in the KBC tonight for the first time, going against the Sabres. Again, he's been struggling this season, especially as of recently. The good news is that Bowen Byram for the Sabres has not been struggling. Actually, quite the opposite. He's been turning it up as of lately. So it is kind of ironic that the Sabres give away a forward for a defenseman, and now the Sabres are missing a player like Casey Middlestat, right? But overall, I'd say the trade was pretty darn even. It just stinks that we lost Middlestat, and now probably the top thing we need on this team is a guy like Casey Middlestat. But nonetheless, the Sabres definitely needed a defenseman as well. And you take Bowen Byram out of this team, and all of a sudden there's a glaring hole for a defenseman. So it goes both ways. Sabres definitely need to make at least 1, maybe 2 or 3 trades. And Smooth Gaming says Syracuse ranked number 22 in the college football playoff. Big ups to them. Huge win over Miami. So that's awesome to see that. But yeah, it's gonna be a fun one tonight. I think we're gonna have a high scoring game. Like, Sabres are gonna be very offensive this game. They know the Avalanche give up a lot of goals, and they also know the Avalanche can score a lot of goals. So they're gonna need that offense, and they can't afford to get shut out for a 3rd time in 4 games. That would be absolutely embarrassing. For anyone who's new in the chat, we do have a new feature. If you subscribe, it will show up on screen, hopefully. So that is set up right now. So if you guys want to test that out, go right ahead. Be sure to leave a like on this video, and be active in chat as well before we get this game going. Just got to shout that out. But yeah, Sabres lineup looking quite similar to how it's been. Power still with Yogi Haru, so that pairing, hasn't really been working too much, mainly because Yogi Haru just, hasn't been there so far this season. But hopefully they could get it going tonight. It is Native American night in the KBC too, Native American Heritage Night. So they had a little pregame ceremony for them. They also have some guys in Native American clothing holding the flags behind the anthem. So that's a cool nod there. Again, the Sabres host a variety of special nights throughout the season. So tonight's one of those. Our look at our starting goaltenders tonight. Alexander Georgiev, like I said, he's been struggling. 7-7 this year, 331 goals against on average, and 875 save percentage. Those are Devin Levi numbers if I've ever seen them. The other end of the ice, UPL has been phenomenal. 909 save percentage, 254 goals against on average with an 8-5-2 record and 1 shutout. Again, UPL, you know, he's had a couple bad games that I think hurt those numbers even more, but for the most part, he's been a top 10 goalie in the league for sure. So awesome to see that. And again, if the Sabres want to win this game, they absolutely have to get the ball rolling quick. Cannot get caught like they have in their last couple of games, kind of getting flat-footed. They got to move their feet. They got to have the effort. When this team shows effort, they win games. A lot of the times, though, they have a good 10 to 15 minute period or chunk of time in the middle of the game where they kind of get sloppy. They stop moving their feet, and that's when all the damage occurs. The game is underway, and McKinnon wins the opening draw back for the Avs. Sabres quickly retain possession. Dahlin's going to whip it around to Alex Tuch. Tuch tips it down to Zucker. Zucker makes a pass to the point. Byram gets a quick shot on net, and that'll be held by Georgiev. So the former Av, Bowen Byram, gets the first shot of the game. UB unranked, but still clinched. Yeah, they did clinch a bowl game. That has not been released. What bowl game? I believe they announced 2 bowl games so far. What's going on, Hayden? Let's go Buffalo. I agree. Hopefully we can get this win tonight. Sabres lose the draw. Tays slides it over to Makar. Makar is able to slide it halfway up the ice, but that's broken up nicely by Bowen Byram and tap back to Dahlin behind his own net. Dahlin will sit there, wait for some time to pass. He'll chip it up to Alex Tuch. Tuch cannot handle that, though, and now McKinnon will take it across the blue line for the Avs. McKinnon turns back, slides it right across the crease. Nobody's there, though. Dahlin will go to get it, and he will dump it outside the zone. That one will trickle down in the Avalanche end, and I believe the Sabres will make their first change of the game. Avs dump it all the way back down. Owen Power now on the ice, slides it behind his own net up to Benson. Benson struggles with it a little bit, unable to get it out, but he will pass it back behind the net. And Yoki Haru now backhands it up to Benson, unable to move it outside the zone. Now the Avs get a quick shot on that. Rebound pops right out to Owen Power. Power now slaps it all the way out, and that'll go up to Peterka. Peterka now showing a little bit of speed on the outside. He'll dump it behind the Avs net. First one there was Yoki Haru, but he's unable to keep it in the zone. That'll be dumped down, and Owen Power will make a quick pass right back up to Peterka. Peterka now waiting for his team to enter the zone with him. He's getting double teamed. He ends up getting it to Benson. Oh, Kulik almost. If he was able to handle that one, he would have had a nice chance there. But now the Avs go back the other way. Good hit there from Connor Clifton to knock the Avalanche player off the puck. McLeod's going to dump it all the way down to the Avs end. No icing, so the Sabres will complete their change. Yuri Kulik watches the Avs bring the puck up to the center ice there. They dump it all the way down. Yoki Haru lets it go for Kulik. Kulik slides it right to mid-ice over the blue line. Ivan now on the ice for the Avalanche. Got to be one of the funniest names in the league. I believe his middle name is Ivan, too. I'm not joking. There's a shot by Ludwig. That one redirected right to Beck Malenstein. He'll bring the puck up the ice with some speed. Beck Malenstein now gets it across, drops it off for Krebs. Krebs slides it right down in the corner, takes a fortunate bounce for the Avalanche right to Georgiev, and he will cover that one up. So 17:24 to go, another stoppage. Hayden has a friend at the game, and he likes the Avalanche. Yikes. So hopefully he goes home unhappy then. But again, it is always awesome to go to away stadiums as well. So we have an offensive zone faceoff here. Tage Thompson wins it, played back for Bowen Byram. Byram slides it over to Dahlin. Dahlin now slaps it, and that one goes around the net. Byram tries to keep it in the end, but that one is eventually going to get out. Now Dahlin has to race back for it with McKinnon right on him. Dahlin wins the race, and he will take it up and slide it to an opening there for Jason Zucker. Zucker will backhand it all the way in the Avalanche zone. Georgiev has to play that behind his own net. Held in at the point there for the Sabres, but now it's slapped back the other way, and the Avalanche up the ice, but that's turned over right back. So Tuch, nice drop pass to center ice to Zucker. Tage now Tries to find a little bit of space. He dumps it behind the net. Zucker goes to chase him, but he's not going to end up with the puck. Alex Tuck ends up getting it, though. Slap shot from the corner, off the goalpost. Tage Thompson scores! Connor Clifton from the point off the goalpost, and Tage Thompson tips it in. And the Buffalo Sabres go up 1-0 early on in this one. And like I mentioned early on in this one, the Avalanche give up the most goals in the league, so expect a lot of Sabres goals tonight, but they also score a lot, so shouldn't be an easy one. But again, looking back at this one, Clifton right from the point. That one gets by Georgiev, and Tage Thompson able to just pop the rebound right out there. Got right through Georgiev, and Tage Thompson was in perfect positioning. His 12th goal of the season, and how about that? Now we are going to look for goaltender interference. Bednar, the Avalanche coach, is going to be looking at it. He's holding the ref there. This is taking a little bit of a while here. And they are going to challenge it. So we will have a replay review again. This isn't terrible for the Sabres, because if they roll it a good goal, the Sabres will be on the power play. So we'll take a look at it here. So unfortunate, though, that will... Let's take a look at this here. Thompson, yeah, the right foot of Tage Thompson kind of grazed by Georgiev here. He's in the crease. Man, I don't know. He's going for the puck, though. Yeah, the leg did swing Georgiev around just a little bit. So they might reverse this one after looking at it. I don't know. It's pretty close. Again, he's almost pushed into him, though, again, where we saw that issue against the Blues where Benson was called for goaltender interference. Take one more look at it here. Again, Tuck plays it back to Clifton. That was slapped right on net. No, I mean, there's no way it should be goaltender interference. So the puck was going to be loose no matter what. It rolled off the back of Georgiev. It's not like... I don't see how that's goaltender interference. Again, he was touching him a little bit. He's in the crease, but he got pushed into him a little bit by the defender, Taze. And he's going for the puck. I mean, he's going for the puck. There's no blatant interference there. Again, the longer they look at it, the worse it bodes for Buffalo. And they're going to make a call right now. Let's see what they call. And they say it's a good goal, so it stands 1-0 Buffalo. And Colorado will be assessed a 2-minute penalty for challenging and getting it wrong. So the Sabres, an early opportunity here to go up by 2. Let's see if they could get that power play going. That power play that started off the season terrible, then got going a little bit, and now it's back to the same old garbage power play we've had for years. Hopefully, we can get it going here tonight. But yeah, again, he touched Georgiev just a little bit, but now we have a center ice faceoff, and don't know if that's... Okay, I guess they're having a center ice faceoff. It's a power play, but again, it doesn't really matter if they advance the pucks. The Sabres never get it set up, and it gets dumped down anyway, so I'm not going to complain about the placement of this faceoff. Sabres lose the faceoff as expected, and the Avalanche dump it down. So that one was right on net on UPL there. Had to make a glove save, but played it back to Dahlin. So the Sabres power play will get it going here. Dahlin drop pass, patented drop pass up to Peterka. Peterka gets it over to Cousins. Cousins drop pass to nobody right in front of the defenseman in the middle of them. And it goes outside the zone. So careless pass by Dylan Cousins there. Again, this power play has just been tragic. Here comes Tage, brings it in quickly, and they got to get it set up. Tage just gets stripped, and it's dumped all the way down again. I don't understand what's so hard about this power play. Get the puck in the end, dump it back to the point, and get it set up. Every other team does it just fine every night. I don't care if you don't score, but at least get it set up and get a chance. Dahlin drop pass to nobody, almost picked off, and this power play continues to look terrible. Now it gets played up to Tage Thompson. Tage Thompson has a little bit of space here, and now they'll finally get it set up. Jason Zucker passed it to the point, almost picked off Dahlin. Now able to handle it a little bit. Tage, a nice move there from Tage Thompson. He plays it behind the net. Peterka's got a race for it, though. Now it's pinned along the boards. Peterka now down low to Zucker. Zucker passed it to the point, but Dahlin wasn't there. So all the way back down the end again. I would get the second unit out there if I was the Sabres. 54 seconds to go in this one. Not even a shot. Again, getting outshot on the power play is quite embarrassing. But Jack Quinn now, there's that drop pass again. Kulik now tries to get the puck behind the net. That one is turned over and all the way back down the ice again. So the Sabres power play continues to be lackluster at best. UPL out of the net, and there's no Sabres even close. Plays it to Tuck. Quinn now crossed the ice, and that one goes back into the Sabres end. So Sabres doing a lot of skating in circles, not a lot of shooting the puck on this one. Owen Power now, drop pass. Here we go again. Gets it to Tuck. That was a nice little setup, but it's turned over quickly and dumped all the way down. 5 seconds to go in this power play. And we go to even strength as Owen Power skates the puck up. Didn't even get it set up once. Now Owen Power gets it down low to Krebs. Maybe they're better without it. Malenstein had a chance at a shot, but that one gets stripped away from him. Well, he was in the shooting motion, and Bowen Byram will have to race back for it with McKinnon draped all over him. Back Malenstein, big hit along the boards, though. There you go. That'll inject some energy into this team. And now he gets the puck, and he's skating it up to center ice. Got to wait for some other teammates there as he backhands it all the way to Georgiev behind the net. Good turnover there. Abe Kubel off of McKinnon in front of the net. Georgiev just got back in net to stop that deflection from going in the open net. Now Malenstein gets crushed to the ice. No penalty call there. Dahlin pinches, and he's not going to come up with the puck, so the Sabres got to race back on defense, but the Avs are unable to even get it outside the zone. Almost picked off by Dahlin, but now everyone will cycle back, and the Sabres will make a change as the Avalanche carry the puck to center ice and dump it all the way down behind the net. Connor Clifton will be there to gather the puck. He's got to go quick, though. Byram now. He'll backhand it up to Tage Thompson. Thompson now half circles it back into his own end. Thompson to center ice. Good pass there. Up top, back to Thompson. Scores! Tage Thompson is second of the night. A backhander. Didn't look great, but he makes the goal, and the Sabres go up 2-0. Again, the Avalanche give up a lot of goals. Keep putting the puck on the net. Exactly what they didn't do on the power play. Tage Thompson, just great skating. Passed it up to Zucker. Zucker is able to find him down low, and just a trickled backhand right through the 5-hole there. Georgiev had trouble getting over to save that one. What a pass by Zucker. And I don't think they're going to be challenging this one, so I think that one's going to stay. A great start for the Sabres, who desperately need a win tonight. Avalanche win the faceoffs, and big hit over there along the corner of Benson, but Benson comes up with the puck, and now he's going to slide it over to Peterka. He scores! J.J. Peterka gets off the Shrine. And the Buffalo Sabres are up 3-0 in this one. Holy moly. Again, face-off. Sabres just dumped it down after that one. The Avalanche, Benson got crushed along the boards, but ended up with the puck and ended up with a mini 2-on-1, slid it over to Peterka. And finally, J.J. Peterka back on the board after a little bit of a goal drought there. Holy moly in this one. The Sabres are buzzing. So we'll see if they pull Georgiev. Doesn't look like they're going to yet. Again, I believe they have Scott Wedgwood on the bench, and his numbers have been even worse than Georgiev this year, so I don't think they're too excited to put him in yet. Avalanche win the faceoff, though, and now the Sabres, they got to keep the pressure going here. You cannot allow them to get back in the... Yoki Haru gets blown up behind the net, but the Sabres end up with the puck, and now they turn it over, though. That one slides to the corner. Colorado gets it again, but McLeod able to pick the puck up there, and the Sabres get it outside the zone. Oh, Quinn makes a nice move, but that one didn't go too far for him, and now the Avalanche dump it all the way back into the Sabres end. Yoki Haru in pursuit. Good defense there from the Sabres as the Avalanche made a change, and Power will be able to skate the puck out of harm's way all the way up to center ice, and he will dump it in behind. Yeah, keep putting shots on the net here. I agree, Christian. Don't stop. We got to keep this pressure on. Yeah. Sawyer, yep, Scott Wedgwood of all people. Actually had a nice little stint there with the Stars after being a laughing stock. Oh, big shot there from Lehkonen, and UPL is able to make the save there. Now the Sabres trying to skate it inside the zone, delayed offsides, and that one will get blown for offside. So 11:58 to go here in the first. We head to a commercial break. How about that for a start? Tage Thompson with 2, and then JJ Peterka adds on. Again, lots of energy, good hits this game, taking advantage of the terrible goaltending from the Avalanche. And again, Georgiev is not a bad goaltender. It's just been a funky season for him. In years prior, he has been one of the best in the league. So it's just interesting how goaltending goes. So again, if you're the Sabres, you got to keep the pressure on. You cannot allow the Avalanche to get back into this one because the Avs are a team that can score goals in bunches as well, right? You get McKinnon going, you get Cal McCarr going. It's just not going to be fun if those guys get going. So stay out of the penalty box, keep yourself safe, and keep putting shots on the net. They don't have to be high danger shots. We saw the Tage Thompson one. Just get the puck to the net. And it is kind of ironic, too, after the Sabres kind of got goalied the last couple of games. Finally, they start getting some bounces. Christian's calling for the hat trick for Tage. It could definitely happen. Tonight could be his breakout game. Again, if the Sabres want any lick of the playoffs this year, Tage Thompson has to be their MVP. And, he was good before he got injured. He was a little rusty the last couple of games, had some really good looks, had that really, really good look in overtime against the Canucks. But, he's just been, as Lindy Ruff put it, a little bit rusty. It seems to be finding him tonight early on. And this is it's hard to not compare this game to the Columbus game that happened a couple of years ago where Tage Thompson, he had 5 goals? I don't know for sure. It might have been 5, but yeah, the Sabres completely blew out the Blue Jackets in that one. And man, the Sabres need a win tonight. Again, the Atlantic and the East have not been good, so the Sabres could get back over 500 tonight and get back on that upward trajectory. Again, on a 3-game skid, although one was an OT loss, so we'll take the loser point there. But yeah, welcome guys in the chat. Again, if you guys are new, please leave a like and subscribe. I believe if you subscribe, it will show up on screen now. So if anyone wants to test that out, be my guest. And thank you guys for joining this one. Hopefully it's a fun one as Casey Middlestat is now on the ice for the Avalanche. And we will have a face-off here on the opposite side of the blue line. Middlestat gets tossed. Thompson loses the face-off, and the Avs will start the puck upwards here. Now Thompson steals it. Thompson over to Clifton. Clifton's going to flip it up and out of the zone. That one goes to Tuck. Tuck tries to get it back to Clifton. Overshot him a little bit. That one goes all the way back to UPL. UPL almost turns the puck over. That was a dangerous pass there, but Zucker is able to get it, and it ends up right on Tuck's stick. Tuck looking for some room. What a move there to get it outside the zone, but it just barely didn't get to Zucker. And now the Avs will dump it down, and Dahlin will gather that one in his own end. No one on him, though, so he'll have all day, and he will sit back and let both teams change. Dahlin down to Cousins. Cousins with speed. Benson plays it behind to Cousins. Cousins now fighting for it. Benson in front of the net. Missed wide there. Good look there for Benson. And now Dahlin has it all the way in the Sabres end, or in the Avs end there. It gets played back to the point, but it just misses Peterka's stick, and it goes all the way down to UPL. UPL leave it for Bowen Byram. 2 Avalanche players right on him, so he's got to play it up quick. And Cousins will get that one to Peterka. Peterka plays it to Dahlin. Dahlin, Sabres have a little bit of speed here. Oh, Cousins couldn't handle that one, but luckily Bowen Byram was right there. Sabres keep cycling. Dahlin with a slapper now at the point. That one's deflected by Benson. Benson gets tripped, and there's the delayed penalty call, and the Avs will touch up, so the Sabres right back to the power play. Benson, very active so far in this game. Couple of big hits, and now he draws a penalty. It'll be Dehan on the penalty for tripping. But yeah, great slap shot there. Tipped by Benson, and Benson going for his own rebound. Gets hashed down. So the Sabres can get a goal here and put themselves up 4-0. That would really be a big number. But Sabres power play 0 for 1 tonight, and yeah, they have yet to have a power play shot. Cousins on the faceoff here. Cousins loses the draw, and the Avs smoke it all the way down the zone. God, if I'm the Sabres, I mean, I'd almost consider putting McLeod out there in the first power play unit just to win the faceoff. I mean, this kills a good 30 seconds every single time when they lose that faceoff, and it's just consistent. Dahlin now, drop pass to Thompson. Thompson up top. Now it gets played behind the net. Sabres have a little bit of space, but Peterka is unable to handle it, and it goes back to mid-ice. Dahlin setting a play up here. Dahlin at mid-ice. Gets it to Thompson. Thompson double-teamed. He makes it across the line. He almost got tripped there, but they're not going to call a penalty, and that one gets dumped all the way down again. And they blow the whistle. I think it got deflected up and out of play. So 1:20 to go on the power play here. In Sabres power play, they gain speed, but they just can't get it set up. Now, that definitely should have been a trip. Yeah, Thompson got tripped at entering the zone. No call there. Maybe they thought he went down a little too easy, but... So now the second unit is out there for the Sabres. Yuri Kulik on the faceoff. He will tie it up and win it. So Power up top. Back to Power. Across the corner there, and that one gets deflected, and it's out of the zone again. So the Sabres power play continues to be lackluster. They need a spark. You're just waiting for the shorthanded goal to happen at this point. You're getting dangerous with the puck. Quinn brings it in the end. Back to Tuck, to Quinn, back to Tuck. Tuck to Quinn. Quinn finally get it set up here. Quinn, back to Power, back to Quinn. The Avs are starting to get a little aggressive. Nice pass there to Yuri Kulik. Didn't find a lane, though, so he drops it back to Quinn, back to Kulik. Kulik now drifts back to the point. Kulik down low to Benson. Benson takes it right from the net. Oh, and Jack Quinn was trying to crash there for a rebound, but there was no rebound to be found. Alex Tuck strips that one, though, and now it's back to Power. 30 seconds to go on the power play. Back up to Tuck. Tuck down low. Back across the Power. The Sabres are super pinched right now. Got to find a shooting lane somewhere. Power down low to Benson. Benson up top to Kulik. Kulik back to Power. Power almost loses it there. Slides it back into the corner, and that one is just cleared to an open point outside the zone. Again, Sabres power play, I don't know what they're doing. You got to find a shot there. Power skates it right back in the zone, and he gets stripped immediately, and the teams are back to even strength. So, again, that power play for the last 3 years has just been miserable. Something's got to change there. Anyway, McKinnon and Cal Makar back on the ice, and Makar gets stripped, and Abe Kubel's trying to get the puck, and he does. He brings it in the zone. Oh, what a pass there, and Fackett scores! Oh, my goodness. Beck Malenstein makes it 4-0. How about that? What a pass there, and Beck Malenstein on a somewhat halfway breakaway has a nice forehand, backhand 5-hole. This Abe Kubel, a beautiful entry there and a beautiful pass, no looker to Beck Malenstein. The Sabres' fourth line is even buzzing this game. That's when you know it's bad. The Sabres have owned the Avalanche as of recently, despite them being the better team. And it looks like it's going to continue tonight. And here comes Scott Wedgwood into the net. Georgiev's night, less than 12 minutes. Scott Wedgwood rocking some interesting and very basic pads there. I think he's got, looks like he's still got his Nashville Predators helmet there. So again, when there's a goaling change, you know what to do. Put the puck on the net. Oh, right in front of the net. Good save there from UPL and Power. And now Yoki Haru trips a guy behind the net. No call there. And the Avalanche. Good block there from Yoki Haru. So good defense from Yoki Haru so far on this mini shift. Finally, Tuck will be able to get the puck, and that one's tipped by Thompson up and out of the zone. So Sabres survived a little bit of a scare there, but Avs bring it right back in. How about Malenstein getting on the board? He's been a workhorse the last couple of games. I got to say, he drew a couple of penalties the last game. He's been a good player for the last little bit here. Thompson brings the Sabres out 3-on-3, but everyone's going to battle on Peterka here as he goes in for the 3-on-3. And Peterka ties this guy up. Good work there, but it's played out of the zone. Peterka will probably go back to the bench here, but Sabres bring it up quick. Cousins now has a shooting lane, misses wide. And now we have a whistle. And Benson's going to go to the box for a slashing call. You knew that was coming, right? The NHL loves to even up the penalty calls no matter what. So you knew that was coming. A terrible penalty to take on the offense. But again, it is what it is. The NHL refs absolutely hate Zach Benson. And anytime he lays a finger on a guy, it will be called if they need to even up the penalties. So what do you guys think of this game so far? Again, leave a like if you are enjoying the stream. Thank you guys so much for being here. Got 20 people in here right now. Prime says, let's get 10. That would be nice. Look at that. Donald's in the chat. For all you OG guys, shout him out. What's going on, Donald? Absolute stud. Beck Malenstein puts the Sabres up 4-0. But, yeah, I mean, very exciting game so far if you're a Sabres fan. I think it was Truth who said he's got a buddy there who's an Avs fan. He's probably not having a great time, but super cheap tickets tonight if anyone went to that game. They are getting a heck of a deal tonight, but with the Sabres getting shut out in 2 of their last 3, it'd be tough to even spend $5 to go to this one, but yeah, Smooth Gaming said he's ordering his Beck Malenstein shirt. There is a Beck Malenstein custom-made kind of vintage-looking T-shirt on SD right now. If anyone wants to cop that one. Yes, Sir Sawyer. Don is here. Welcome, Don. Thank you guys for joining. I mean, hey, if the Sabres win this one, maybe I'll stream the Thursday game against the Jets again. Only got 2 more weeks of classes, then we'll be back full-time streaming for a month or so. Just kind of stinks when the Sabres season starts, and then when classes end in the summer, there's really nothing to stream besides baseball, and maybe we'll test that out. Yep, never doubted this team, right? Never doubted. So O'Connor tied up Benson along the corner, and Benson just gave him a little bit of a slash, and they're going to, again, that's just a weak call. I mean, just gave him a little bit of a slash. But again, up 4-0. I guess Benson thought he could do whatever. Sabres win the draw and dump it all the way down. Cal McCarr has the puck behind his own net. Let's see the difference here. This is what I like to watch. Other teams' power plays compared to the Sabres' power play. McKinnon, little drop pass. Okay, so far similar. They get it set up all the way down at the point. They dump it in. And look, I mean, they got a guy like McKinnon who gets it set up so easily. Back to the point, bobbled. They're going to say it was still in, and now the Avs already have it set up. That's how easy it is in the NHL. Dump it down low to a stronger guy and play it back to the point. All of a sudden, you're set up. The Avalanche tip a shot that goes wide. Owen Power now gets it. Sabres are also really bad at clearing the puck, so that doesn't help them out. And that one failed to be cleared, and now the Avs will continue to rotate it around. Again, McCarr and McKinnon playing pass here along the far board. That one blocked by Malenstein. Good stick block there, but it bounces right back to Cal McCarr, and he will play it behind the net. Again, it's so easy to get the power play set up for other teams. I don't understand how we haven't been able to for the last 2-3 years. Good pass there for the Avs, and McLeod gets a stick on that one, played back all the way to the point, but doesn't go far enough to get outside, and now McCarr plays it down to McKinnon. McKinnon now right in front. Good stick lift by McLeod, and now Alex Tuch's going to have a breakaway. Here we go, the short-handed king. There he's got a guy all over him, though, and gets stopped there. The rebound popped back out, but he was unable to get it. God, had an Avalanche player all over him. Good back check there from McLeod to clear that one right away again. 20 seconds left on the penalty kill. Thought Alex Tuch was going to have another one there. He has been magic on the penalty kill. And the Sabres penalty kill has been pretty good without one of their top guys in Jordan Greenway for the last little bit. Sabres get the puck back and clear it all the way down the ice, and that'll be a kill. So, again, the Avalanche power play certainly looks better than the Sabres, right? They develop some chances, but whatever works for the Sabres, right? Up 4-0 in this one, and they've killed off the penalty. That one gets tipped at center ice, so no icing, and now Dahlin will have to play it behind his own net. Gets it to Yoki Haru. Again, these lines are going to be a little different for a little bit. Good job there. That might have been offsides, but they say no. Peterka now tries to slide in front of the net, but Benson fell down. Good back check from Peterka to slow down the Avalanche, and now it gets tipped up and out of play. And we will head to commercial with 4:35. The Sabres will have an offensive zone face-off when we return. Power play, we almost made the playoffs a couple years ago. Is pretty good. Yeah, again, when our power play consisted of Olofsson and Tage Thompson at both points, ripping them in, that was one thing. But we don't even make enough space to get that one timer, and teams know that you're going to Tage Thompson on the wing, so we have to find a counterpart to Tage Thompson. I think again, you bring up a guy like Chris Kreider, the guy he knows how to score. He's a legitimate scorer. So I think that would be alone would solve our power play issues. I know he's hasn't been that great on defense this year, and he's getting older, and the contract's not great. But I don't care about money with this team. The team that doesn't spend money. I mean, spend some money, go get some guys at the deadline or beforehand. Take advantage of the Rangers, Kreider, Fox, Panarin. Even everyone's going to be open if they continue to lose and fall out of a playoff spot. Again, Skinner too. Yeah, the loss of Skinner definitely hurts you on the power play. But again, Skinner is one of those guys who turn the puck over a lot on the power play. So as much as I miss Skinner on this team and his personality, it also it is I don't want to say it's addition by subtraction because you are losing a goal scorer, and I don't want to say he doesn't look good on the Oilers this year, so he wouldn't have been good on the Sabres. I don't want to say that, but again, it hasn't been as big of a loss as I thought it was going to be. Yeah, I agree, Prime. Kreider would definitely help solve that power play. There you go. Smooth Gaming said it. If somebody wants to donate $20, he will go on stream wearing the Beck Malenstein shirt. Jaden will use all of his stream money to buy that shirt, no matter what the cost is. Even if it's $60, he will use every single cent he has ever earned to buy that shirt. Skinner sucked last year. Yeah, I mean, he struggled a little bit. Still scored a lot of goals, though. But again, this year he hasn't been good at all. So it'd be foolish to say the Sabres are missing him. Yeah, future Avalanche are getting pummeled so far this game. See if that continues, though. Again, Sabres could easily give up this lead. I'm not going to say it's a win just yet. Bryson puts a shot on net. That rebound popped way out. Again, new goalie for the Avalanche, so the Sabres got to get some shots on him. UPL now plays it behind the net. That one goes up to center ice. And the Avalanche are able to dump it all the way back in. Boston, Detroit tied at 1. If you're the Sabres, you want Detroit to win that game. A Boston win wouldn't be too bad as long as that game doesn't go to overtime. But standings-wise, we want Detroit to win. But again, as long as that game doesn't go to overtime, in the long run, that'll be good. Avalanche dump the puck all the way down the Sabres' end. Clifton's there to gather it as they go for a change. Plays it up to Zucker. That one gets tipped, but it's going to go over to Byram, and he is able to get the puck out. Shot right back in, though. Now Clifton's got to do more with it. Over to Zucker. Jason Zucker now. Up to center ice. Up to Byram. Byron's hungry for a goal. Over to Tuck in front of the net. Back to the point. Zucker's slap shot's blocked, but it pops right back to him. Now he plays it back to Thompson. Thompson on hat-trick alert already. Dahlin now. Nice move there. Right around. Looking for a lane. Gets it in front. Oh, and Tuck almost able to tip that one in. Byram pinches, but that one does not find a Sabres stick. Played to center ice. Glove down by Tuck, and the Sabres will try to bring it right back in. They do. Zucker now. Zucker, Dahlin behind the net now. He gets it to him. Dahlin's, right in front, and that one's gloved down and held on to. Tried to play it to Tage Thompson there to tip it in, but gloved down before it could get to him. Wedgwood is locked in. Yeah, looks like it. Stream the UB Bowl game. Okay, I mean, it depends. Depends when they play, if I'm available to do that. Definitely a potential there. Yep, James, Sabres game is a home game. Sabres won the draw. Yoki Haru from the point and glove down. Yoki Haru looking for a tip there, but nobody was in front of the net. So that was the easiest save Scott Wedgwood will see today. Keep putting the puck on the net, though, for the Sabres. Cousins loses that one, though. Cal McCarr back out there for the Avalanche. He will play it up. Rantanen back to the point, over to McKinnon. Now far side, good save by UPL, played into the corner. UPL lost his stick, though. Something to monitor, but that one slips by, and here we go. Zach Benson now back the other way. Had the drop pass, didn't want it, and Cal McCarry easily gets him off the puck, but a good stick there from Dylan Cousins to stop the rush. So now Rantanen will have to dump it all the way in. UPL has a stick again. Byram and Cousins hound the Avalanche player there, and JJ Peterka hounds him as well, but they're unable to get it out, and here comes a clear lane, glove down and held by UPL. Good save there. And Byram's getting a little physical in front of the net. We'll see if the Avalanche try to get physical in this one, try to get some momentum going their way. Again, as the Sabres play more physical and get more involved in, fighting and all that, they tend to play worse. So if I was the Avalanche, I would definitely take advantage of that. Probably a little later in this game, though. I don't think we'll see any of that in the first. Shots on goal, 13-4, yeah. Yeah, now 5. Sabres lose the faceoff. Nice half spin move there at the point. That one's backhanded, and UPL's down. It's right in front of him. He doesn't see it. Now it's cleared all the way down the end. That'll be an icing, but a needed icing for the Sabres, as UPL had no idea where the puck was, sitting on his butt. Let's take a replay of that one. Nice backhand there to just get the puck on the net, right in the scrum there. UPL able to keep it out. Sabres lose the draw again. So Avalanche getting a little bit of pressure here. UPL had to make a couple saves in a row now. That one blocked from the point. Good block there. Still held in, though. Now it's batted down by Dahlin, but he gets stripped by Middlestat, and now the Sabres are going to go off for a change, as everyone kind of thought the Sabres are going to have a rush there. They just play it back, though, and they'll create some space. Ooh, almost lost there. Played up to McLeod. McLeod now to Krebs. Krebs. He gets back checked by Middlestat. A good job by Middlestat there to take the puck swiftly away from Krebs. And now the Avalanche have a nice little chance. Slap shot and held by UPL. Right off UPL's mask and into his glove there. He's telling the ref he's all right. Let's take another look at that one. Right off the mask. Yeah, you got to have a win in regulation up 4-0, right? You would think, but still early on in this one, so it's not called a win just yet. Face off in the Sabres then, Tage Thompson and the rest of that first line out there. Tage wins the face off the referee, but now it's played. Ooh, almost lost there. And now Clifton getting double teamed behind the net, and that one goes up, and Avalanche thought it went out of play, but it didn't. Now it goes right down to the Avs again. Now they're starting to buzz behind the net. Starting the cycle, 1 minute to go in the period. And the Avs still cycling it around here, so they're getting a little bit of possession. Oh, right out in front, UPL! He's down. He made a nice pad save there, and the Avs were unable to get the rebound on net. But the Avs are definitely buzzing. You could feel something coming, tipped to wide. Whew. Sabres got to get the puck here. Avs, another shot. That one goes up and out of play. Good save there from UPL. I believe it was a stick save up and out of play. Indiana ranked 9th. Whew. Again, Sabres have to stay aggressive here. Again, they started to sit back. They pinched in front of their net, and the Avs have a lot of players on their team that can definitely snipe, so you don't want to give them any clear shooting lanes. Sabres win the draw. Played up to Peterka. Peterka's going to dump it all the way in. 25 seconds to go here in the period. That one gets played to the point. Dahlin fake slaps it, and he will hold on to it. Now, what a move. Nice pass there to Byram. Byram now with the lane, and that one goes wide. 8 seconds to go. Sabres, if they want a chance here, they got to get a quick shot on that. Cousins behind the net, 4 seconds. That one slap blocked. Oh, in front of the net, but the Avalanche are going to be able to clear that one. So end of the first period there, 4-0. Sabres finally get out of that scoring drought, and they will have 4 first period goals in this one. Who would have thought there, huh? So good start for the Sabres here tonight. Again, you cannot lose this one. There's no reason that they should fall in this one, but you never know. So yeah, Sabres definitely outshot the Avalanche there, but the Avs had a nice final 2 minutes in that period. UPL had to come up big a couple times. So if you're the Sabres, again, you got to stay aggressive in this one. You can't let the Avs get back into it. If the Avs score early on in the second period, all of a sudden they're only down 3 with more than half the game to go. Canadiens Islanders score. Oh, geez. Let's take a look at that one, and let's take a look at all of our other NHL scores for tonight. Boston, Detroit, 1-1, as previously mentioned. Yep, Islanders and Montreal, 0-0. Who would have guessed it? Florida is losing 2-1 to the Penguins. If you're the Sabres, you'd almost want Florida to win that. I don't know. Again, just no regulation. It depends. If the Sabres want to play good this year and try to get that third spot in the Atlantic, sure, Pittsburgh could win. But if we're going for the wild card, I guess we want Florida to win. Washington down 1-0 to San Jose. Unfortunately, Washington's been so good, it might not even matter. And then Seattle is tied 1-1 with Carolina. If you really think Carolina is going to start falling off, sure, Seattle can win. But again, I think they have a top 3 in the Metro all day long. To come tonight, we have Vancouver and Minnesota, St. Louis and Winnipeg, Columbus and Calgary, and Edmonton and Vegas. So not much else for Sabres fans. I guess Columbus and Calgary, we'd want Columbus to lose that one. But yeah, for any UB fans out there, UB basketball's in action tonight, up 36-27 on Pitt Bradford. That should be an easy win for UB, playing a non-D1 team. Syracuse also in action, down 18-22 to the third-ranked Tennessee in the first half. So you never know there, but one of their top players is out, so I wouldn't expect a win there if you are watching Syracuse basketball. As far as the Bills go, what's going on, Jason, in the chat? As far as the Bills go, again, massive win against the Niners. We only got 5 more games left, folks. 5 more games, and then we'll be into the playoffs. We have the Rams, Lions, Patriots, Jets, Patriots. And that is how we will end the year. Again, 1 seed still in play. You got to hope the Chiefs lose at least 1 more game. I'd say 2 more games because I personally don't see the Bills winning out. I'm not going to say who they lose to because, I could say, I don't see them beating the Lions, but they might beat the Lions. I think, maybe they lose one of those divisional games if they beat the Lions. I don't know. Sabres need to get 4 wins in a row. It could definitely happen, right? Again, the Jets aren't playing as good as they once were. So if you can win tonight, you'd be hot. Again, another win or a home game. I think they might have a 5-game home stretch here. Let's double check that before I confirm it. But I think I saw somewhere they have a nice little home stretch. Yep. So they play the Avalanche tonight. Then they have the Jets. Then Utah, who's been a very mediocre team. That's a winnable game. Then you play Detroit, who, that's a winnable game. And then the Rangers, who haven't looked good. Then they have the Capitals, Maple Leafs, Canadiens, Maple Leafs, Bruins, Islanders, Blackhawks, Blues, Stars. So kind of a mix to end the month off in December. You got some winnable games, some tough games. Overall, I think the Sabres should be able to go at least 500 and stay in the race this month. But again, you gotta win some games that you're not supposed to if you want to make the playoffs. As far as January goes, they play quite a few games as well. It's looking like, February is going to be when they have that break. They play the 8th in February, and then they don't play again until the 22nd. So that's going to be the break for that 4 Nations tournament that it doesn't look like too many Sabres are going to be in. And then we get to March, and March is a full month, and April goes to the 17th this year. And again, March is going to have a lot of back-to-backs for a lot of teams because February is cut off. So again, that's going to affect the entire league, not just the Sabres, so we don't have to complain about that. But Bills might not lose any games for the rest of the year. They definitely might not. I mean, again, I think they're going to lose 1 more. I'm not going to say who it's to because I really don't know. It'd be really hard to win out. Again, football is the closest sport of any of them, right? And at any week, the Panthers could beat the Chiefs. It just, you never know. Hockey's like that too, though. UB almost lost to Fredonia State. I wouldn't rule it out. Yeah, that was the first game of the season, though, I think. So they were really getting it going there. Jason says he thinks they will finally break the playoff drought this year. That would be, I mean, that's all we're asking for. I don't care if you finish third in the Atlantic, second in the Atlantic, first in the Atlantic, any of the wild card spots, just get in, right? We saw it with the Bills. All you need to do is make the playoffs. And then finally, people want to start coming here in free agency and take, the Sabres off the no trade list. You got to build a culture. And I think they're starting to build that. They had it 2 years ago. We didn't take any big shots in free agency, didn't make any big trades, and we kind of regressed. But now we're back to that spot where we're a couple pieces away from being a scary good team. We'll see if Kevin Adams can make any moves and take advantage of some teams that are really having some trouble. Whole NHL is pretty mid this year. Yeah, and you could say the same thing for the NFL, right? I mean, the NFL has a lot of mid teams. Sawyer says he's going to Lake Tahoe to ski and might stay a night in Las Vegas. Sucks you can't see a Vegas game because of break. Yeah. Vegas games are really fun. So, that does stink, but there's a lot to do in Vegas. So I don't think you'll be missing out too much. Not saying we need a big winning streak. I'm just saying they might win out. Yeah. Again, and a lot of people are going to say, oh, we need home field advantage. The one seed, that'd be really nice for the bye, but the whole home field advantage thing, again, I still don't think the Bills are the best team in the snow. Maybe they proved me wrong last week, but anytime the Bills are affected by weather, again, Josh Allen is the QB to deal with it, but I just think Josh Allen is so good. Any weather that hinders him is just really evening the game up for any team, especially a team with a really good running game. Lindy didn't know about the players coming in. We watched changes he has been made and continues to be made. The offense is one of the last things that will come around. Yeah, again, you have to trust Lindy, right? Lindy is one of those coaches who you just have to trust. He's so experienced. He's got so much success in the league. Doesn't have that Stanley Cup yet, which I don't know if he's going to get that in Buffalo. Hopefully, but yeah, you got to trust him until the end of the year. Again, if this team is a complete failure, I think Kevin Adams is the one to go, not Lindy Ruff. Scored a lot 2 seasons ago with basically the same roster. Yeah, that is true, but they are also playing a completely different style of hockey. And this is a more sustainable. If you remember that team that scored a bunch of goals, they would often lose games 7-6. I mean, they didn't have any goaltending. They played all-out offense the entire game, and it was fun, but it wasn't sustainable. Should have made the playoffs, though. Again, Kevin Adams failed them at the deadline. I'll continue to say it. Chargers could beat the Chiefs. Yeah, the Chiefs have a tough schedule the rest of the way, and it's not necessarily teams that are really good in record, but even teams like the Browns they have to play are going to be a challenge. The Chiefs have barely squeaked out wins. Their offense does not look good this year. Their defense has been solid, though. Might not even get to see the Chiefs in the playoffs this year. Well, I don't care who we got to play as long as we finally get to the Super Bowl and win it, because it's about time for the Bills. Again, it's the opposite of the Sabres, right? Sabres would be lucky to make the playoffs. It'd be nice, whatever. Doesn't matter what happens in the playoffs. If they win, great. If they don't, they at least got there. The Bills playoffs were, expected and almost guaranteed before the year. I know it's a rebuild year, but even with that being the case, I still saw them easily making the playoffs, potentially as a wild card. And it's Super Bowl or bust every year. You have Josh Allen. So yeah, again, it's going to be a fun end of the year, but at least it's stress-free, right? If the Bills lose out, even they're still the worst case scenario, the 4th seed in the playoffs. So let's not get too worried there. And with the way things are looking, I mean, a better team might have to play the Ravens. A worse team might have to play the Broncos. And I don't want to say too much because I'm going to, say something about the Broncos or the Chargers or, even some of those other teams like the Dolphins who are still in the mix. And then all of a sudden they'll be the team to beat the Bills in the first round, right? So I'm not going to say, who's a weaker, stronger opponent, but I don't necessarily want to play the Ravens again because they are kind of the Bills' kryptonite. Even though the Bills are able to beat them some of the time. Rather see a fun team that scores a lot of goals with close games than a team that can't score goals with good goaltending. Yeah, and I think, again, like everyone else saying in the chat, it will come around, right? We're just waiting for that aha moment where Lindy gets the group of guys he wants there, out on the ice. Again, that doesn't happen without a couple of trades. It has to happen with a couple of trades. You need a defensive partner for power by the end of the year, and you need another goal scorer, at least 2 more moves. The goaltendings look great from UPL. Backup wise, James Reimer hasn't looked terrible. Again, I don't know if their plan is to have Levi come back up and be that backup, or if they're just going to go with Reimer for the rest of the year. But UPL is going to get a lot of games either way. Illinoisan Hockey and Goalhorn says he is a fellow Sabres fan. Welcome to the chat. Thank you for joining so much. If you're new here, be sure to leave a like and subscribe. We do these streams all the time and weekly Sabres and Bills content. So thank you for joining. If anyone subscribes, it will pop up on the screen, I believe. Yeah, goal for the Sabres here in the second period is just to keep the pressure on, keep out shooting the Avs. Again, the end of that first period was not pretty for the Sabres, but UPL was able to keep it harmless. And that's the thing with a goalie, right? It's got to bail you out once in a while. If you got Devin Levi earlier on in the year, this game could easily be 4-2. Let's take another look around the league here before the second period starts. End of the first, Boston and Detroit still not at 1. Again, a lot of these games at intermission. The only game that has really changed is Seattle, Carolina. They are in the second period now, but the score is still 1-1. So no changes around the league. A lot of games starting at 7 o'clock on the dot. Yeah, they're just taking another look at that second Tage Thompson goal on the broadcast here again. Just a great pass from Zucker, great setup from Tage, and then Tage was able to circle around and get the pass. So we still have 3 minutes to go here in the intermission. Yes, sir. Rick Jeanneret, I mean, again, it's tough to watch Sabres games without him. I mean, Dan Dunleavy, I think he's done a great job, but it's just the impossible job of replacing a guy like Rick Jeanneret. So, and I mean, you watch some of those old highlights and just gets you absolutely fired up. There's nothing like watching a game with him. So definitely a major loss for the Sabres. And I'll always be very annoyed I never got to watch a playoff game with RJ on the call, but that's just the incompetence we've had in Buffalo. And unfortunately, RJ had to call, the last, 10 years of his career of just junk teams. And I think a lot of Sabres fans watched for him and not necessarily the team. So definitely kept one of the reasons why I think the Sabres are still in Buffalo. Fans, continue to watch the games to listen to RJ, and I'll definitely credit a lot of that to him. But I think Dunleavy's done a great job stepping in his shoes. Again, an impossible task, but I think he's done a good job. He's got some nifty one-liners, created the TNT nickname for Tage. I think the Sabres should bring back the goat head permanently. That's a touchy subject because I think the Royal Blues are a top 3 jersey in the league, but the goat heads are too. So again, I'm okay with the split. I'm also okay with them making the goat heads their permanent home jersey and having maybe a Royal away jersey. I don't know. I like it how it is kind of too, but it would be nice to have a couple more goat head games. Although I think this season they're going to wear the goat heads the most they have since they brought them back a couple years ago. Marv turns 100 in 2025. I think you're talking Marv Levy there. Yeah, that would be a great number. And he's ageless, huh? I mean, that guy still goes to some games. I mean, they still got him on the field with the microphone once in a while to fire the crowd up. So that's, he's definitely getting older, but heard mixed reviews on him too. Again, before my time, I never watched a Bills game with Marv Levy coaching, but I've seen some people saying he was a good coach, but kind of comparable to a McDermott, where he's a good a good motivational guy, but systematically got outcoached when it really mattered. A royal blue goat head would be fire. Now, they did have the royal blue goat head jersey for the reverse retro a couple years ago, and it was interesting. I think they kind of missed on it a little bit. I think it could have been a lot nicer, but it was still a pretty cool jersey. They only wore it 1 year. That's one of the jerseys I don't have in my collection. I will maybe eventually I'll get that, but I don't have either of the retro ones. Yeah. Quick jersey check today. I have the Tyler Myers Buffalo script alternate here. I don't know if you guys can see it here, but it's one of my favorite jersey concepts the Sabres have had in the Royal. I think their home jersey now is a little basic. It's still top 3 in the league. I love the colorway. The striping is a little annoying on the bottom. I think they can simplify it a little bit and maybe add a little more up top. Just some tweaks here or there. But again, I love this jersey too because the stitching on the numbers here is really nice. And on the back, it's like that as well. But yeah, the Sabres just have great jerseys. Got a couple of goat head ones that I wear in here quite a bit. Royal blue home one. Still have to get an away one. Waiting on that one. Waiting for Kevin Adams to inevitably sign someone else to a 7-year deal so I can feel safe buying a jersey. From the Buffalo area, I am. That goat head royal blue jersey I felt was bad. Yeah. I think they missed on it. I think it could be good, but I think they kind of missed on it. I agree with both of you. I think they should bring a royal blue goat head. I think that'd be cool, but it has to look different than the last time they tried it. Yeah, Smooth Gaming says royal blue slug. It would be hideous, but in a good way, right? Like, I think that's what they got to do for their next reverse retro, which I think is next year, where the NHL is going to have all the teams have another retro jersey for an alternate. I think they're going to mandate that next year. Yeah, if they did a little bit more with that jersey, made it look a little better, it could work. If it wasn't fully white, it would be, yeah, that jersey didn't look great, but I think I mean, I don't know what else they have left to do. I mean, they did the royal blue butter knives. They did the royal blue goat head. I think the only jersey they have to modernize for the reverse retro is the slug. So we'll see if they do that. Again, they do have that alternate logo, the B with the sword through it. They can maybe do something with that. They can maybe make, get their, hopefully not a Navy one. That's not retro. I mean, cannot bring the Navy back. Maybe they could bring back the simplified version of their current logo, the circle with the buffalo in it. Maybe add some silver to it like they used to have, and just kind of have like that old navy blue, but have it royal with the gray underneath like the arms. But anyway, we're still a little bit away from that. Canisius up 2-1 on RIT after the second. All right. Canisius basketball is doing great this year. Shout out Canisius basketball. Still winless. And Avalanche won the faceoff here to start the second, but Tage Thompson gets it right back. Tage Thompson, nice pass to Zucker. He's going to have an open lane, shoots, and that was a weak one. Wedgwood able to make an easy save as Zucker kind of got cut off on that partial breakaway. Played back to Dahlin now. Dahlin back to Byram. Up to Dahlin. That pass gets deflected and intercepted now. No lane for Makar, so he'll just hold on to it. Let everyone get set up. Now he plays it up in the Avs. Nice little move there. They're going to have a backhand chance. Good save there from UPL. Wrap around, and UPL, what a save. It's still loose out in front. UPL gets back to his feet. There's a shot from the point. That one's deflected up. Still in play. Back to the other point now for Taze. Taze looks. Fires it across crease. Avs are buzzing. Great save from UPL, though, a couple moments ago. Brandon, now it's deflected, and Tage Thompson gets it up to Tuck. Tried to go for the breakaway, but that one's intercepted and right back in the zone. Here comes McKinnon, shoots it, and big save there from UPL. UPL's been great so far. Plays it up to Tuck. Sabres need a change. Tuck plays it up the boards, but unable to get it out. Sabres are going to go for a change anyway. And now 2-on-1 back the other way for the Avs. You knew it was coming. There's a shot. Oh, what a save in front of the net. Byram gloves it down right out in front again. Tipped up and out of play. UPL, whoo. A barrage of shots to start the second period, and UPL stays. Great. What a blocker save on that 2-on-1. Then Byram, a great glove save to keep that one out of the net. That one was a save on Casey Middlestad, of all people. You know he's dying for a goal here. Avs win the faceoff. Sabres, again, got to get some pressure. The Avs are going to be very aggressive this period, end of the third, until they get some goals back. So Sabres should be able to have some odd man rushes if they play this right. Avs now back to the point. That one's deflected into the corner. JJ Peterka now stops it, but unable to get it out. Now it's turned over, and Peterka will have it again. Sabres with some speed, tries to play it up to Cousins. He does. Cousins gets brought down to the ice. No penalty there. He was looking for one. Peterka back to Power. Power now at the point. Looking for a lane. Gets it over. Peterka now a snapshot, and that one's gloved and held by Wedgwood. Nice save there. But Sabres will be able to get a change and have an offensive zone faceoff. Man, that is hilarious to look at Wedgwood's mask there. It's his Predators mask with a bunch of Avalanche logos just kind of stickered on. Red and black Buffaloes, like that would be cool. Avalanche win the faceoff here, and they will hold on to it for a little bit along the outside wall. And it gets pushed all the way back to UPL. UPL will be forced to hold on to that one. So defensive zone faceoff coming up. But I'm excited for reverse retro. I think, you know, on average, I'd say 60% of the teams have really cool designs. 20% have mid designs, and 20% have disgusting designs. So hopefully the Sabres at least fall into that upper 60%. Yuri Kulik on the defensive zone faceoff. He loses it. Avs get a shot. Good save there from UPL. Rebound bounces right out. But Yuri Kulik, nice defensive back check there, but it's turned over. Oh, no. 3-on-1 back the other way. They score. Nathan McKinnon finally gets a goal for the Avalanche. You knew it was coming, and the Sabres, bad giveaway there, and then the defender lost the stick. I think it might have been Clifton. And now it is 4-1. Yeah, Clifton turned it over, then lost his stick. Just a terrible shift for him. And again, you're not going to stop that shot from McKinnon. Bryson tried to dive and just absolute snipe. Top left corner of that one. So, again, Avalanche right back in the game. 3-goal game here. The Sabres have to stop the bleeding. McKinnon stays out there for the Avs and wins the faceoff against Tage Thompson. And now you got to put an end to this Avalanche momentum swing here. It's been going since 3 minutes to go in the second. Right out in front, UPL's got to make another save. Again, it's easy to play hockey when you're from behind, right? That one, Taze from the point. That one misses. Dahlin gets it behind the net. He's got to be quick with it, though. Again, Sabres are starting to stand still. I mentioned that before the game. Sabres always have a chunk of the games where they just start standing still. They don't move their feet, and that's what kills them. Tuck gets it to Thompson. Thompson now brings it in the zone. Dahlin, he'll chip it all the way in now over to Tuck. Tuck around. It's going to go all the way back to the point, but that gets picked off before it could get to Dahlin, and the Avs bring it right out to center ice. They're not going to have much going there as they're going for a change. And Beck Malenstein will carry the puck up the ice. Breakout pass there to Krebs. Krebs backhands it in. Abe Kubel. Oh, Scott Wedgwood almost skated it right to Abe Kubel. Malenstein now gets it back to Kubel. Abe Kubel's looked nice so far this game. Again, he's a usual scratch for the Sabres when they're fully healthy. Now Logan O'Connor now into the corner. He gets hammered by Owen Power. Good check there. But O'Connor gets right back up, and now Yoki Haru levels him to the ice. But that one goes back to the point. Shot around, missed the net there. The Avalanche have more offensive zone. Again, the Sabres cannot get the puck out of the zone. Power now gets it over to Yoki Haru. Nice defense there. Abe Kubel has a little bit of space. He'll get it up to Krebs. Krebs backhands it to the red line. And the Sabres able to clear it all the way down, and they'll finally get that line off the ice. So Sabres have it behind their own end here. Bryson plays it up to Peterka. Peterka, nice little pass there. to Cousins. Cousins tries to find some space. Nothing there. And a nice pass there from the Avs to get out of the zone. But now Benson takes it and feeds it back to Bryson. Over to Clifton. Clifton breakout pass. That one doesn't go too far, and it's going back the other way. Chipped in. Cousins now backhanded to Benson. Benson unable to handle that one. That one's tipped out in front. No one knows where it is. Whew. Into the corner now. UPL looked lost there. Cousins now. And now Peterka picks that one off. Great job there. Tries to get the pass over to Benson, but it's picked off and right back into the Sabres' end. Luckily for the Sabres, it looks like Colorado's going to change it up, so they were able to not get killed by that mistake, and now it's loose at the blue line, but the Avs will take it back up with speed. 3-on-3 the other way. Middle stat now. Back to the point. That one's tipped and just wide. The Avalanche are absolutely buzzing here. They know they need some goals. They're putting the pressure on. Sabres got to find a way to get a nice odd man rush out of this pressure. And now the Sabres get the puck and they'll dump it all the way down the ice, and they will head off for a much needed change. Sabres are dragging their legs a little bit. Again, this group looks tired. You got to know the Avalanche are going to be all out pressuring here. Byram gets the loose puck, and he's going to play it all the way up to center ice and all the way around. That's going to go for an icing. No Sabre was on the inside wall. We are being outshot now. Yep. Sabres are promoting a meet and greet at the Seneca Casino. Coletta, Edwards. Vi also there, and then Audie, the team dog, will be there as well. Oh, not the Sabres yellow turd burger jerseys. Those are brutal. Now Sabres ice the puck again here. So again, Sabres got to turn it up a little bit. So, there you go. Ray Davis in attendance for this one for all the Bills fans. Montreal up 1-0 on the Islanders now. Dahlin right off the faceoff, plays it up, and that one's tipped all the way down, and another icing for the Sabres. So 3 consecutive icings. Again, not the worst thing, right? You win the faceoff, you guys are tired, just dump it all the way down. McLeod wins the faceoff right to UPL, and he will hold on to that one. So the Sabres will finally be able to get a change here. But it will be another defensive zone faceoff. It looks like we are going to have a TV timeout, actually. So 13:49 to go here in the second. We will head to commercial. Yep, Ray Davis at the game tonight. Who is the Sabres' biggest rival? Again, a lot of people like to say the Sabres have no rivals because they've been so bad for so long. I would say it's the Leafs, just based on the fact that Leafs fans always seem to take over the arena, and you get the biggest feud there in the crowd. Again, some people could say Boston, some people could say Carolina, potentially Ottawa, but a lot of those are old, right? Like the Ottawa one, that hasn't been a rivalry in 10 plus years. So Jason says Boston, yeah. Prime says Leafs. Again, it's tough to really say they have any rivals. I think they're going to have to make some rivals. And if they make the playoffs, I'm sure they'll make some rivals. It's also very hard to have rivals in the NHL the way this current schedule goes. Again, back in the day, you'd play division teams 6, sometimes 8 times in a season. Nowadays, it's 4 at max. So it's tough to play teams, back to back, get those rivalries going. Sometimes you have some home and homes, but then you don't see that team the rest of the year, so it doesn't really matter. You get a little bit of a rivalry going for the last 10 minutes of the third period of the second game on a back to back, and then you don't see them for a whole year. So it's tough. thought it would be a team in New York State. Yeah, no. Again, it's all divisional stuff too. Like the Islanders and Rangers are both in the Metro, and we haven't really had any playoff matchups with them because we haven't made the playoffs. So again, I think the Sabres are kind of lacking a rival right now, and that's not the worst thing. But again, historically, the Sabres have kind of owned the Leafs in their rivalry. But and it's just, you look at the Sabres and they're not a losing franchise. It's just been the last, 14, 15 years have been terrible. Other than that, the Sabres have actually been a very winning franchise. And again, being Metro teams, you only play them twice in a year. So there's not a lot of time to build up a rivalry there. So Sabres defensive zone faceoff again with the TV timeout. They've had plenty of time to rest their guys, so shouldn't have an issue with the icings anymore here. Avs win the faceoff. That one's tipped. Oh, and behind the net, Luukkonen gets knocked down. He gets back up as the Sabres cleared the zone. That one gets knocked down by Tuch, delayed offsides, though, so the Sabres will have to touch up, and the Avalanche will have plenty of room to bring it back to center ice and beyond. Nice pass there, but that one misses all the sticks, and that'll be an icing. So the Sabres will finally get an icing the other way. Yeah, every team's done better than the Sabres the last decade, yeah. So Sabres offensive zone faceoff here. Tage Thompson ties it up and plays it to the point. Dahlin puts a shot on net. That one gets blocked. Zucker able to get it, though. Dahlin tries to pinch and get the puck, but a nice box out there by the Avs. Nice stick by Tuch to keep it in, though. Now it's back to Dahlin. To Thompson. Thompson back to Dahlin. Dahlin tries to find some space. Byram now on a wide open point. He's going to toe drag. Take the shot. It's loose right out in front. Still loose, and now it's covered up by Wedgwood. So there's the first Sabres chance in a long time. This year we'll start the return to glory of the Sabres. The next villain of the NHL. Maybe if they're wearing the goat head jerseys, you never know. Ducks and Sharks have been worse than the Sabres. They've been worse, but not for the same amount of time. So yeah, it depends how you want to look at it. Sabres haven't been the worst team since, the year they drafted Jack Eichel, but they've been the worst team in not making the playoffs in consistency, I would say, bottom of the barrel. Anyway, Sabres lose the faceoff, then it gets played back in their end, and they have some space. Yoki Haru now clear lane. That one's gloved down and loose out in front, but now it's covered up by Wedgwood, so wasn't able to glove it down cleanly. Again, Wedgwood hasn't been great this season, so good shot from Yoki Haru there. We got 35 people in here now. Again, if you guys are new, please leave a like. It means a lot. Subscribe. We do streams all the time. Probably be streaming the game on Thursday against the Jets, too. Sabres look good so far tonight. Cousins wins the offensive zone faceoff. Power now to the point. That one goes wide. Benson able to get that one. Now he plays it down low and it gets kicked by the ref. But doesn't matter. Sabres able to keep it in. Now it goes right back down low. Cousins tries to box out a defender. It's loose. Cousins, back check. Wasn't able to keep it in. Now it'll be pinched along the corner. Played back, and the Avs are now able to bring it right back up to center ice and across the blue line. I believe that's Ivan in the corner. Now Power lost his stick. That's not good news for the Sabres. Right out in front. Good stick tie up there, and a backhand shot held onto by UPL. So a big save there from UPL. Power didn't have a stick there, so if the Avs were able to get that one set up, they would have had a brief 5-on-4. Do you think that the Indianapolis could support a hockey franchise? I would say so. I think Indianapolis is growing. I think Indy is a great city. Again, the Pacers are gaining popularity. The Colts have always been popular, but again, the Loud House is a great environment. And yeah, the Pacers, they've been a good team. Again, they unfortunately knocked out my Knicks last year, but it is what it is, Anyway, looking at Casey Middlestat this season, 18 points, 7 goals, 11 assists in 26 games. So again, good numbers, but hasn't been great as of recent. Sabres win the defensive zone faceoff, and Bowen Byram easily able to clear the zone here. He's got to skate it across mid-ice, and that one gets tipped back, and now it's going to be over to Dahlin. Tuch skates it backwards, back to Byram, back in their own end. Finds Thompson. Thompson tries to back pass it, but that one gets picked off, and now, picked off again by Byram. Byram able to clear it, and it'll go behind the Avalanche goal for Cal Makar. Makar cross ice. Taste of Middlestat. He gets flattened. But a good job by Makar. Makar's pinching up. Now he plays it back to the point. Makar in front, and Sabres able to gain possession of that one and dump it all the way down. Abe Kubel has a breakaway if he's able to get to it, but he's not. Cal Makar will beat him in that race 10 out of 10 times. But picked off by Zucker. Now Zucker to Krebs. Krebs, nice little move. That one gets stopped. And stopped right back again. And Krebs is able to get it along the boards, trying to find an open point guy, but the Sabres are in the mix of a change. So he'll just backhand it to the net. There, oh! Popped right in the air for Malenstein. Malenstein unable to get it once it popped in the air. Now Abe Kubel has it along the boards. Abe Kubel and Malenstein holding it along the boards. It gets swung around to the point. That's going to be Jacob Bryson. He's able to handle it. Back to the point. That one slapped. That one goes wide, though, and Malenstein able to recover it in the corner there. Now Clifton. Down low to Malenstein. Malenstein. Nice turn there, using his body. Nice strong play. Plays it out in front, but there's no one there. Oh, now it's picked off by Bryson. A great move there. Played back to the point now by Krebs. Great job by Bryson. Back pass there, and now it gets cleared. Not the line the Sabres want out there for an offensive zone push, but not going to let the Avs change because they have the far change. Now they're going to get some guys up. Clifton's got to look up ice here. The Avs are changing, and he does. Finds Kulik, and that pass gets deflected up and out of play. So with 10:16 to go, we'll have another stoppage. But good little time there for the Sabres offensively. Again, they got to keep the foot on the gas pedal here. Cannot let the Avs get back into this game. And that was Abe Kubel, who absolutely destroyed Middlestat earlier on in that shift. Juan Soto to the Mets? I certainly hope so. I mean, there's no reason the Mets don't get him with the checkbook they got, but we'll see. Offensive zone faceoff here. Yuri Kulik wins that one back to Quinn. Quinn has plenty of space here along the far side. He'll take a shot, and that one's going to be held onto by Wedgwood. Another offensive zone faceoff coming up. Sawyer says Juan Soto to the Yankees. I don't know. Depends where he wants to go. Frankie Montas to the Mets, pretty good acquisition. Canisius up 3-2 on RIT. Nice. Yeah, Montas has been he's been a decent pitcher. Struggled recently, but I think the Mets can fix him up. Face-off win for the Sabres. That shot is deflected and wide, and now the Avs try to get to the line. Now they'll just possess it in their own end. So good job by the Sabres to stop that rush. And now it's picked off by McLeod. McLeod backhands it all the way in. That one goes right on Wedgwood, but he clears it very quickly, and now the Avs will start back the other way. Behind the net now. DeHaan slaps it in. That one pops right back out to the Avalanche again. Another shot, and that'll be gloved down and held by UPL. Chad has bought the Beck Malenstein shirt. Again, if anyone wants to get Jaden that Beck Malenstein shirt, any donations from the stream will fund that. And then he will wear it on stream. So if you guys want to see Jaden on stream, and if you guys want to see a Beck Malenstein custom t-shirt, you know what to do. Hit that donation button as we head to a commercial break here. Not really a devoted Sabres fan. Obviously, other things come before, like personally, Christianity, family, and how you spend your time. But when you get in the mood, you are a big Sabres fan. That's awesome to hear. Again, I think the Sabres have become kind of the universal team for people around the league to like, just because they've been so bad. Kind of how the Bills were before the drought. Now people hate the Bills around because they've been so dominant for so long. Still missing that Super Bowl, but Steve Cohen will get Soto to play for the Mets. I certainly hope so. Again, Steve Cohen, you have to really get that big fish. I mean, you could count Lindor, I guess, but again, missed out on Shohei, missed out on Yoshi. So yeah, he's gotta get Juan Soto. If the Mets don't get Juan Soto, I will be very disappointed. As far as the Sabres go, again, still getting outshot, but again, nice offensive burst there, and if they're killing time offensively, that's good enough here. Penguins now up 3-1 on Florida. Detroit has a power play. Seattle's up 2-1 on Carolina. Vancouver up 1-0 on Minnesota. Those are your scoring changes for the NHL. I agree. Buffalo is the best sports city. I mean, if anyone disagrees, come to a couple Bills games, and I'm sure your mind will be changed. Steinbrenner versus Cohen. Yeah. Again, we'll see what happens with Soto. I mean, the Red Sox are very much in the mix too. So I don't know if he's just using that as leverage. Maybe he wants to stay with the Yankees. So he says, I'll go to your biggest rival, and then, you got to up my offer. I don't know what he's trying to do there. But again, Scott Boras. So he probably won't sign for months. Sabres win the defensive zone faceoff. Byron behind his own net will shoot it up. That one gets deflected up, and yeah, they're going to say it was out. So delayed offside. So Sabres will have some room here to get the puck up. Now, Dahlin off Zucker. Believe it went off his foot, so no icing there. A nice play by Tuck there, but Zucker unable to really handle that one, so he's just going to kind of keep it in front of him. And now, good play there from Dahlin to cause an offsides. Very heads-up play by Dahlin, seeing him. The Avs had a guy way in the zone, just chucked it back at an Avs player. Said, if you want to touch that, that'll be an offsides. Drove by Tropicana Field, and it was sad. Yeah, that looks really bad. Byram now behind the net, pins it along the boards. It's out to Cousins, but now that'll be pinned again. Again, these are the 50-50 battles Lindy Ruff talked about. The Sabres have to start winning along the boards. They lose that one, and now the Avs are going to have a chance. Great play by Benson to break that one up, but the Avs keep it in at the point. To Makar. Makar fans on it. Now it's up to JJ, and here comes a breakaway for Peterka. And Tays catches him right up there. No penalty. Peterka didn't even get a shot off. Wow. So JJ had a nice head start there, but by the time he got to the puck, Tays was able to get right up to him, and yeah, not really a penalty there. JJ just went down, wasn't able to get a shot on. You got to have a little more awareness than that if you're Peterka. Looking for his second of the night, but denied there by Tays. So anyway, offensive zone faceoff here. Nice chance for the Sabres. And again, you're going to get those chances when you're up by 3. Teams are going to press. Bryson now, nice little dipsy doodle at the point. He'll play it below. Abe Kubel unable to get there, though, and it'll get cleared, but immediately played back by Malenstein into the zone. Wedgwood, a little miscommunication now. Gives it away. Krebs to the point, but no one was there in between the defenseman, and Bryson has to chase back for it. Bryson back to Clifton here behind the net. Clifton getting hounded and turned over now. Whew. Almost a nice little play by the Avs. Nothing there. Blockered up by UPL on the point shot. Slips behind, and Connor Clifton now backhands it to Malenstein. Sabres got to get the puck out of the zone, and they do. No icing there. And the Sabres will start to head off for a change. Krebs will get off the ice. Now Abe Kubel. The Sabres will send out the Kulik line. Both teams getting a change in as the Avs shoot one up to the point. That takes a funky bounce and right back to the Avs, and glove save by UPL. A nice little chip shot there. Easy save for UPL to slow down the play. Yeah, I don't think the MLB would last long in Buffalo. It'd be tough. Again, people always use the argument that the Bisons don't get a lot of fans, but again, it's AAA ball. I don't think a lot of people are too invested in that. They'd obviously have more fans if they had an MLB team, but attendance league-wide in the MLB is, it's tough. Certain teams are better than others, but consistently you have those bottom 5 teams who draw very low attendance. Again, it's tough with the 82 home games. People aren't as invested to go to everyone. Anyway, Avalanche win the faceoff there. That one's blocked in front. Never got to UPL, and Tage Thompson's able to hold on to it for a little bit. Can't get it out, though. Now it bounces out to McLeod. McLeod chips it up to center ice. So good clearance there by the Sabres. Switching up the lines a little bit again. Tage Thompson tries to strip that one. Haven't heard anyone was injured, so they must just be switching the lines. Tage Thompson now brings it to center. He shoots one on. Good pad save there from Wedgwood. Thompson tries to get it to Tuck, but that one misses him, and Thompson has to chase it behind the net. Good job by Cal McCarr to keep it up. And Cal McCarr plays a lot of minutes, so he'll be out there a lot, especially in the third period. Slapper there. That one goes wide by the Avalanche. And Bowen Byram, nice play there to break that one up. He has a little bit of time to get it out. He'll backhand it to the corner, and now it'll be slapped out. Not deep enough to get a change for the Sabres. Now they'll start to get a couple of guys out as the Avalanche bring it back up. And that puck juggles up. And it actually ended up working out for the Avalanche. But Bowen Byram, another great check. He's had a great game so far. Benson now starts a 3-on-2 back the other way. Paterka backhands it in front. Nobody's home. That one goes wide. Now the Avalanche start back up the other way, but they will clear it all the way out, and that's going to be an icing. 6 minutes on the dot left to go in the second. Yeah, I don't think the Bisons really have too much money going there. So I don't, if the Bisons left, I don't think that would really affect the Sabres or Bills at all. I don't think that's really a hindrance here. Niagara Falls Baseball Dome would be cool, yeah. The Niagara Falls team would be interesting. Again, very close to Canada, even closer than Buffalo. Avs win the faceoff, but Benson has a nice play now. Now Cousins is trying to find a shooting lane, tries to dangle around a couple of guys. Power steps in, though. Great move there. And now Power plays it safely to Cousins. Again, he's in a tough spot. He didn't want to turn that puck over. And now the Avalanche will be able to put some pressure on there. And now they bring it up 3-on-2 back the other way. Back to 3-on-3. That's a point shot. Glove down and held by UPL. Prusa Sabres games at the Odd were sweet. Yeah. Fortunately, I was unable to go just, because of time. It was not alive when that building was in use. But Bison's games, not Biden. Never been to a Bills game. I will say Bills games are probably better on TV for a viewing experience, but I'd go at least once a year for that atmosphere. Again, I always try to go to a couple Sabres games a year. We are in a commercial break, by the way. And then, Bisons maybe one a year. That's about it. And I'm a huge baseball guy. Played baseball, and I just can't get invested in the Bisons like that. Speaking of the Odd, I feel like we should bring up the KBC, KeyBank Center, a little bit here. What do you guys think is the biggest need for improvement in that arena? Definitely new seats. They fixed the scoreboard. They got a new roof, but there's still a lot that needs to be done. They still have navy blue signage everywhere. That has to stop. It's been what, 5-6 years now since they've got rid of navy blue? Unless they're planning a navy blue return, I don't really see why those signs can't be changed. Sabres games more because you could go 20 to 30 minutes before the game starts. For the Bills, it's the whole day thing with the tailgating. Yeah, that is true. Sabres games, you could definitely show up right on time and get in there. Bills games, that line gets pretty long, and you don't want to miss anything. But we are back from commercial break here. Jason says he gets box seats a lot, and it is awesome up there. I've never been in a box for the Sabres arena. It's not going to pay that amount when you can sit anywhere in the arena for $15 in the middle of the year. That's how bad they've been. But again, a lot of people do have businesses, like you said, that give out tickets, which is cool. But Avalanche now, nice rush up the side. Oh, that one's behind UPL, not covered. Tage Thompson gets the puck now, and he's just got to hold on to it for a little bit. And great job there to hold on to it. Plays it behind the net to Dahlin, and Sabres will be able to get the puck out with a nice little rush. Oh, Cal McCarr. Now Tuck's able to get a shot, and that one goes wide. Oh, nice little chance there for Tuck, but he only had one option. That was the shot, and it was jumping on him. Now the Avs play it back the other way. Have a 2-on-2. Good defense by Dahlin there to slap it away. Took a couple of times, but he was able to get it. Now the Sabres have plenty of space to enter the Avalanche zone. 3-on-3 back the other way, plays it over to Krebs. Krebs got a little away from him, but he's able to get it to Abe Kubel. Abe Kubel almost forgot the puck there, but he gets it to the point now for Power. Power barely keeps it in. Over to Yoki Haru. Yoki, floater towards the net, trying to get a tip, but that one gets blocked by the Avs, and they'll bring it out to center, but they lost the puck. Now it goes right back to him, though. Avs got to be careful there to not have too many men. Now they have Slapper, and that one's held by UPL again. Sabres almost were avoiding the puck there in the defensive zone. Wide open slap shot lane, but good save by UPL there. Nobody in front of the net. So Tage Thompson now tied 8th all time in single season goal lead with 47 in that 22-23 season. So he's chasing that number. Unfortunately, he was injured for a handful of games this year, so I don't know if he's going to be able to catch it. We'll see. UB's arena is better than the KeyBank Center. Again, it's smaller, so it's, they're able to kind of keep it a little cleaner for sure. Donald Audette's autograph one time in the Pagula box. That's sick. Sabres won the faceoff here, and they're able to dump it in the Avs zone. Immediately gets pushed back into the Sabres end, though. Power now trying to find a breakout pass. He'll cycle back and pass it over to Jacob Bryson. Bryson, nice push into the Avs end now. That one's going to be shot and held on to. So Quinn gets a nice snapshot there, but Wedgwood's been solid since he's entered the game. Ball signed by Jake Reed of the Mets. That's a pull. McGillney was great. UB's arena. Oh, the UBS arena in Long Island. I see. Yeah. That's a much more modern arena. Demolish the KBC and have them play at Riverworks. Yeah, a little outdoor game every game. Why not? Play at the East Aurora rink, West Seneca. I mean, there's plenty of smaller scale rinks for us to play at. So Avs win the defensive zone faceoff here. 3:26 to go in the second. Again, Avs started the period off with a ton of pressure, but it's evened out since. Shot from the point gets blocked, and now Benson's able to backhand it all the way out to center ice. Turned over, though, and Cousins gets tripped up a little bit there. No call. Nice move by Cousins, but he's unable to get the pass to Benson. Did the hard part, but couldn't get the pass over. Now Jacob Bryson pushes in. Sabres pinching their D-men a lot. Staying aggressive, I like it. And Cousins, nice job there along the boards to prevent a 2-on-1. Now Benson, his pass gets blocked, and now the Avs have a nice little zone entry. Cross crease in front of the net. O'Connor had a nice tip opportunity, but was unable to put his stick on it. Now Peterka back the other way with some nice speed. Peterka half spins it along the boards. His pass gets blocked. Again, no one was really going there for the Sabres. And the Avs plow it into the Sabres line. Now they have it set up to Makar at the top. And Avs got their top line out there. Sabres got to be careful. Sabres also have their top line out there, so defense isn't going to be great. Wow. Finally, 4 Sabres players had to come over to Makar to strip him of the puck finally, and Tage Thompson does the rest to get the puck outside the zone. Taze now with the puck behind the Avs net. Jason Zucker with a nice forecheck there to pressure him, but now McKinnon's going to have a little bit of a lane. He's going to do a half spin there on Bowen Byram. Bowen Byram, nice stick lift there, but it pops right to Taze, and now across. Slapper, still loose out in front. Too patient with it in front of the net, and Tage Thompson's able to get it, but not outside the zone. So Avs, again, starting to put the pressure on again, but now that one gets cleared to an open corner, and Power's just going to find Jason Zucker. Zucker gets it to the red line, and he's going to chip it into the Avs zone. Now Ivan plays it up. Here comes a good lane for the Avs. That one, 2 shots go right by UPL, but neither of them hit the netting. And now that one gets stopped by UPL, unable to glove it, though. So looked like an easy save, but the rebound popped behind the net. And now Abe Kubel's got to find a lane to get it outside the zone. Avs are really pushing it here with 1 minute to go in the period. And here come the Sabres back the other way. 2-on-1. Malenstein gets it to Abe Kubel, loose in front. Wedgwood's on the ground. It's still loose in front of him. Wedgwood trying to get to his feet, and now it gets cleared to the point and up and out of play. They're going to say it was deflected up and out of play, so no penalty there, but oh, what a chance for the Sabres back the other way. And now they will say it's a delay of game. So there you go. Sabres head to the power play here with 50 seconds to go in the second. Might not be a good thing, but at least it'll stop offense. That power play's been bad tonight. But let's take another look at this 2-on-1 chance. Whoa, the puck climbed right over Wedgwood, but a great maneuver there to keep it out of the net. And ended up with a delay of game penalty on the Avalanche. Clearly went up and out with no deflection. So Sabres power play here, 0 for 2. Cousins wins the draw, held in by Dahlin. Again, shortened power play here to end the second. If they don't score, they'll start the third on the power play. Back to Dahlin. Dahlin slides it over in front to Cousins. Cousins in front. The net's still loose out in front. Pops right back out to Cousins. Cousins to Dahlin back at the point. They'll reset again. 33 seconds to go. Still plenty of time. Don't need to panic here. Zucker down low. Up to Peterka, and his pass to Cousins in the bumper. It goes nowhere and all the way back. Sabres will have one more rush here. And oh, Dahlin gets stripped behind the net. But now it pops out. UPL helps out there. 10 seconds to go, and oh, Cousins can't handle the puck. And now it gets deflected into the Colorado bench. So 6 seconds left. It looks like the Sabres will not score on this power play at the end of the second. Again, this power play continues to be pretty weak. And JJ Peterka continues to be a blunder on that power play. Again, consistently turning the puck over. Not very good with the puck on his stick on the power play. I'd seriously consider taking him off of the first unit. Sabres will put their second unit out there, and it looks like they'll probably just have a defensive group. Here's the faceoff coming all the way back in the Sabres end. Avalanche might be able to get a chance for a shot on net here with 6 seconds to go. McLeod out there to take the faceoff, the Sabres' best faceoff man. Avalanche set up to try to get a shot here with some of their top guns out there. And the Avs win the faceoff, but played back to nobody. 3, 2, 1, and it is the end of the second. So a good period for the Sabres. Some really good chances. UPL stays solid, only lets in 1 goal. So yeah, good job for the Sabres there to stop the bleeding. And again, you're up by 3 going into the third. You're feeling really good in this one. Let's get back to the comments. Sorry, there was a lot of action here, so I wasn't reading comments. See, Avalanche, Sabres finals maybe would make a good Stanley Cup. That would be cool. Sabres should bring Jeff Skinner in. Good veteran presence, decent potential in our bottom 6. Yeah, I completely agree. Obviously joking there. We should get Victor Olofsson, big goal scorer, plays good defense. If he wasn't injured, maybe. Casey Middlestat left Buffalo for Colorado. Yep, Sabres got Bowen Byram in return there. Patrick Laine would have been good. He really would have been. I was all on that wagon when he was available. Victor Olofsson, I thought he was going to be one of our goal scorers for sure. Yeah, and again, he was, but he's one of those guys that needs a star player alongside him. He's not a playmaker. He's a goal scorer, and the Sabres didn't have that playmaker once Eichel left, so there was no reason to keep Olofsson at the time. So maybe Sam Reinhart. Yeah, there's a good option. I have a feeling that the Sabres will win a championship before the Bills, and I don't know if either team's going to win a championship. The city just seems to be cursed. Sam Reinhart, I could see possibly plays better with the Panthers and rather, yeah. That's the thing with Sam Reinhart, though. Just sign that extension. I think if you wanted Sam Reinhart back last offseason, would have been the year to do it. And he signed that extension with the Panthers just before free agency opened up. Jason thinks the Bills won the championship before the Sabres. Again, we'll see if anything happens there. Reinhart, 60-plus goal scorer, yeah. Kind of crazy, huh? Good for Reinhart, though. Again, very likable guy. Let's take another look around the NHL, see if we have any changes. Again, shout out the Instagram here. If you guys do not follow us on Instagram, Buffalo Sports Center, we're even more active on there than we are on here. Daily content there, multiple times a day. So Boston, Detroit still tied 1-1. The Islanders have tied it up with Montreal. Who would have guessed that? And Washington tied it up 1-1 with San Jose. Other than that, no other changes. The Knicks are up 20, if anyone's a Knicks fan. It's good news. Who are the available free agents Buffalo could still pick up? Are we talking this offseason? There's not really anyone mid-season I would even consider picking up free agent wise. A lot of guys are just kind of injured guys or older guys that, you know, maybe a playoff push. But again, if there's any free agent they'd still sign, I'd say it's kind of like Poso, and I really don't want that to happen. But that's the only guy who's not on a team right now that I could see the Sabres going out and getting for a veteran presence. Talking about for free agency, yeah, pending free agents. Let's actually look that up because I don't know offhand all of the names. Look up the list here and we can discuss them. Let's say in Draisaitl, Rantanen, Sidney Crosby, Mitch Marner, Brock Besser, Carter Verhaeghe, Travis Konechny, Brad Marchand, John Tavares, Claude Giroux, and then Ehlers from the Jets. Again, any of those guys are absolute studs. Would love to have them. Mitch Marner was kind of rumored to the Sabres for a little bit. Claude Giroux is a little old. I don't know if I'd want him. Draisaitl. They're saying the Sabres might be talking about Draisaitl with the Oilers in a trade, potentially. We'll see if that happens. Again, they might be looking to unload him if they don't think they're going to be able to re-sign him. Again, they've been in a kind of a tricky spot with so much money with Draisaitl and McDavid. They're not able to sign anyone else. So they might be looking to change that up if they don't win the Cup this year. Over to defense, Brett Burns, Shea Theodore, Jacob Chychrun, again, a guy who's always being talked about to the Sabres, Neil Pionk, and Ivan Provorov. Goalies, Shesterkin, Linus Ullmark, Aiden Hill. I don't think we have to look at these, but Georgiev and Frederick Anderson. None of those goalies want to be a backup, and I think UPL is going to be our starter for a while. And then, again, I think Devin Levi will, he'll make his way back to the league. I'm confident in that. Some people even think he's going to be the future for the Sabres, so we'll see. Yeah, we're in that fun time of the year where NFL playoffs are kind of sneaking up on us. NBA's in full swing, NHL's in full swing. Hopefully the Sabres can stay in this playoff race. Seems whenever I stream they lose, so it's good to see that the Sabres might actually pick up a win here. And even better, they've scored goals, so we can have some reactions. Buffalo is on every single one of their no trade lists. Yeah. Again, just make the playoffs. That's what I've been saying for the last how many years. Just make the playoffs, and then teams will finally start to respect the city. Happened with the Bills, right? Again, Josh Allen's a huge part of that. Say, the Bills. I don't want to say they got lucky, but they got lucky getting a quarterback like that, and everyone wants to play for him. Reimer hasn't been bad yet. Again, we'll see how he develops. Again, I'd say, one game he was really good. The other game he was still pretty solid. So we'll see. We'll see how he continues to play. But as of right now, he's been a solid backup. Sabres are one good player away from being a legit playoff contender. Yeah, again, and I think you can't wait, right? It's playoff or bust this year. So trade deadline, it's coming up. It's lurking. It's not imminent, but some teams are gonna panic beforehand, and you're gonna get better deals before the deadline. So, the players are always the most expensive when the deadline's right ahead of you, and everyone's involved. Yeah, again, I don't have too much confidence in Reimer. I'd love to see UPL play almost every game, but Reimer's not the worst case scenario. The Sabres have certainly had worse backup goalies in the last couple of years. Kevin Adams will make a move impossible. Yeah. again, it's tough. It's tough. Again, we don't really know who to blame for the lack of big moves for the Sabres. Is it Kevin Adams being incompetent? Is it Terry Pagula not letting him spend money? Is it just every single player has us on their no trade list, or they don't even want to come here in free agency, so it doesn't matter if we offer them $3 more million? I mean, you look at a guy like Jason Zucker. I think he's been great, but I'd say we overpaid substantially for a guy like that. And I'm not going to complain because, number one, we don't spend money, so it doesn't matter. And number two, that it's tough to get anyone here. So again, 2-year deal, whatever, but you overpaid. And if he goes to a contender, a cup contender, I should say, because the Sabres are a playoff contender this year, a cup contender, they're not going to be paying that much money for a guy like Jason Zucker. So Kevin Adams never does anything good besides the draft. I think he's done a phenomenal job in the draft, but the issue is all these good players he's got in the draft, now they're stuck in the AHL and he's not trading them for anyone, so they're pretty much useless, right? I mean, the Amherst, unless you care about the Amherst making the playoffs, then it doesn't matter, right? He's got to do something with those prospects he gets. And for a team like the Sabres, who are in a win-now mode, they got to be flipped for pieces, even if you got to overpay a little bit. And I think we saw that with the Ryan McLeod trade. A little bit of overpay, but you got an asset you need. Now you got to make that trade, but 2 times bigger, 2 times the player. And again, Kevin Adams has time to make that move, but time will be running out shortly. The Sabres, they've already stumbled back down to 500. It's a roller coaster of a season. This would be a big win to get them back on track, but Sabres got to start winning some games in bunches, and they cannot be losing 3 games in a row. Sawyer says Instagram is good. I'm not on it. I just browsed for like 2 minutes. Thank you. Yeah, we certainly try to stay active today. Again, it's a little more active when it's Bills game day or closer to a Bills game, but today on a Tuesday, mainly Sabres content, so not a whole lot to talk about. Need another Brandon Bean to do draft and trading players for the Sabres. And again, they've talked about potentially moving Kevin Adams to a higher up position, or a different front office position to get a better GM that is a little more respected around the league. And that's certainly been brought up. There have been sources that have said if it doesn't work out for the Sabres this season, that probably will happen. They see it more likely that Kevin Adams gets moved to a different position with the team rather than being fired. Again, who knows how true that is, but that's what I'm hearing. So sick and tired of the Sabres always having mediocre GMs. Yeah. Same could be said with coaches, but who knows? Kevin Adams has showed some promise, but again, he hasn't made that move to really have us buy in yet. And Lindy Ruff, again, he's still a little ways away from earning all of our trust. Wish Kozak played today. Yeah, they called Tyson Kozak up again, I think just as an emergency backup. I don't know. And Tyson Kozak, one of those guys who probably not, an NHL caliber player, but would certainly be fun to watch for a game or two here or there. Yeah, biggest thing for the Sabres here is just to hang on to this one, but you can't play not to lose. The Sabres do that a lot. They've done that in prior years, and past Sabres teams would see this game and all of a sudden it's a tie game and they go to overtime, and you just can't risk that. You have to win this game in regulation, up 3 goals going into the third. That would be an absolute collapse. And the Avs are going to be pushing all period long, so stay strong defensively, wait for your opportunity, and take those odd man rushes when you get them. It'll fall. Scott Wedgwood isn't a great goaltender, right? So just got to get those chances. Again, you got to think 1 more goal for the Sabres would pretty much ice this one. You would do a better job as Sabres GM in your 14. Yeah. Again, it's a lot harder job than I say. I mean, again, I'm always saying stuff like that, and especially with coaching, like, oh, I'd put together a better power play. I'd put together a better, offense for the Bills and all that. And it's like, everyone could say that. But again, anyone who says it, I just tell them, hey, try it for a week and let's see the result, because, it's a lot harder than you'd think. But again, there's a lot of pressure in that job too, right? It's one of those jobs where you make a couple bad moves and you're out. And, sometimes the best thing to do to keep your job is to do nothing. And That seems to be a trend for the Sabres. And I'm not just shooting that at Kevin Adams. I mean, that's been kind of the trend for the last, 10 years of the drought. Pagulas did such a great job with the Bills front office. Just wondering why they don't do the same for the Sabres. Yeah, it looks like they've went very cheap with the Sabres, but I mean, you could even say, the Pagulas got lucky with Bean. I mean, Bean ended up just being that guy, and McDermott, as good as the teams have been, you could argue that McDermott's, not the right guy for the job. Again, he's got outcoached every year he's been to the playoffs, and can McDermott bring this team past where he's been? I mean, that's the big question, right? Can McDermott lead the Bills to the Super Bowl and win it? So far, the answer is no. That is true, too. Yeah, Pegula is not involved in any operations with the Bills from day to day. He lets them cook. Meanwhile, he is involved with the Sabres and has maybe a little more say with the Sabres and a lot less money to spare with the Sabres as well. Whereas the Bills make him a lot more money, and I feel like he's a little more confident letting Bean kind of do what he wants because, let's face it, Bean's done a great job. Even the bad moves Bean's done, you could even look at like Von Miller being an overpay and, kind of killing him with the cap, the Stefan Diggs, fiasco where now we have to eat a lot of dead cap for a year. He's made up for all those moves. So again, still a little bit over 2 minutes to go until this third period starts. Again, this is a big game for the Sabres too. 4 goals. That was much needed after having a little bit of a scoring drought the last couple games. Bring back the Goat Heads permanently. Sign good free agents and improve seeding. Hey, it's easier said than done, but I would love if all that happened. Got a lot of people online too that they're making these crazy trade concepts that's like the Twitter GMs and all that. And Pugalo is at the Bills game. Add more emojis. We need more members to add more emojis. So once we get more members, we will be able to unlock more emojis for you guys to use. So again, if you guys are in the chat and if you guys are new here and not already members, consider being a channel member. Again, you get special access to these emojis, and you also get your name highlighted in the chat. Again, if you buy the top membership, you do get to play some video games with us, but obviously not required. You could buy the cheapest thing and you would get access to everything, all the emotes that we have. If anyone in the chat wants to highlight all those emotes who's a member, you can put all the emotes we got now. I think there's like 3 of them right now, 3 or 4. And yeah, you get a little bit of a higher up prestige in the chat. And then that's kind of like a monthly renewal system. It's a little fun thing to do. Then your badge changes colors too, so we can tell how long you've been a member. So we have just under a minute to go here until this period starts. So that back on. It's supposed to snow again the next couple of days in Buffalo, so not necessarily great news. Because I think we are all thoroughly sick of plowing and snow plowing and shoveling, but yeah, I mean, again, if the Sabres play better in their goat head jerseys, but with that being said, the magic is kind of worn off a little bit, right? They started off really hot in them, and then the Flyers ended up putting an end to that, and they've kind of been our kryptonite in the goat head jerseys, and now the Sabres haven't been as good in them. San Jose State. Or something's going on with their volleyball team. I don't know exactly what, if you guys want to talk about that in the chat. But yeah, that's true too. I mean, like, again, you wear them too much and it's going to kind of ruin the effect. So again, it's a tough decision. I don't know. I think they should wear them, a decent amount, maybe like 30% of home games, maybe 40%, but not all of them. They said you hope Notre Dame or Arizona State wins the championship. All in on Notre Dame, baby. If any year's the year, it's this year. Notre Dame doesn't have a very great team, but the entirety of the college football playoff, all the teams in that bracket have been hit or miss this year. So it's very possible Notre Dame could sneak their way in, especially if they get that 5 seed. I mean, you get to play 2 of the weakest teams. It'll be interesting to see if they do reverse retros and what the Sabres decide to pick from that, because running out of ideas. The Sabres, they've had a lot of really good jerseys, but they haven't really switched it up too much. So running out of designs. Indiana's here. Smooth Gaming wants Tennessee. Something about Tennessee, man. I don't know. They're all right. The only thing I like about Tennessee is a salgating. It's one of my favorite aspects of it. But yeah, all about Notre Dame. Again, Sabres start this period on the power play. I think like 1:10 to go. So again, at least they'll kill off a minute of this period. I doubt they score because this power play has been feeble. And Sabres lose the draw, and we are underway in the third period. Let's see if the Sabres can hold on to this 4-1 lead. Immediately slapped all the way back down to UPL, and the Sabres will start the rush. Interesting, starting off with some of the second unit here with the power play. Tage Thompson's still out there, though. Thompson gets it up to Dahlin, and it looks like they switched up the power play here. Power and Dahlin both on that top unit. Interesting. I think they finally took Paterka off the power play. I've been calling for it for a while. Now Makar, what a move! Oh, put that one. Or that was O'Connor there. Whoa, what a chance there. And now power strip behind the net, and the Sabres power play can't even get it set up again. 27 seconds to go, and the Avs are just holding the puck beneath the goal. Now it shoots out into the corner, and Power's going to be able to get that one. Yep, yeah, keep going forward there. And tries to drop past it, but there's no one there, so he'll just circle it around. 10 seconds to go on this power play again. Up 3 goals. The Sabres' main goal, that was just a waste the first minute of the period, and that is what they will do. Tage Thompson now. Let's see if the Sabres get it set up. Nope. And Byram has to push back because now the penalty door is open, and all of a sudden we got a 4-on-2 back the other way. There's a shot. Oh, and they score. Pad save by UPL, popped right out in front of the net. And Ranta puts it in for the Avalanche. So 4-2. Again, Sabres power play continues to bring bad fortune. Just bad giveaway by Tage Thompson. The guy coming out of the box doesn't help that. Yoki Haru, again, chooses no one to guard in front. They're just standing still. That's something you can't do. You got to pick someone. UPL unable to hold that one. And Avalanche right back in the game. 2-goal game. Not what you want to see if you're the Sabres. UB, I believe, just won their basketball game, so that's good news. Sabres clear it. No one's picked off, but nobody can handle it for the Sabres, and the Avs are going to skate it up to center ice again. And there's a shot. Oh! Kick saved by Luukkonen. He's not in the net, though. They shoot it right back into him, and he covers that one up. Sabres are 7-1-0 when leading after 2, but this one could easily get away from them here. They gotta start playing a little bit more sound defensively. McKinnon, I mean, you can't give him that kind of look. Whew. Then UPL didn't know where it was. McKinnon put it right back on net, but luckily for UPL, it went into his glove. That could have easily took a bad deflection into the net. Okay, UB won 100-65. Thank you, Sawyer. Krebs takes this guy down. No penalty there. Power slides it over to Byram. Byram gets it up to Abe Kubel. Abe Kubel trying to use his speed to get free, but he doesn't. And now that one's turned over to Byram. Byram waiting for Abe to get back on sides. He does, and now he will play it into the Avalanche zone. Malenstein with a nice hit. Now Abe Kubel with a little bit of space behind the net. But Taze reads that pretty well, and Avalanche able to easily get it outside the zone. Now it's played in front of the net. No shot there. Pops right back out to the Avs again, though. Now they will start to cycle it, but that one gets cleared. Oh, and now he falls down, and we're going to have a breakaway here. Abe Kubel shoots way wide. Ugh, that was not what you want to see. Again, Abe Kubel was probably a little tired there, but yeah, out of gas. Now he's got to have the puck behind the net, and he's probably got to get off the ice here, but the Sabres are going to cycle it, so we'll stay on. Jokiharju now to the net. That one gets batted down back to Jokiharju. That one slides to McLeod. McLeod brings it right in front of the net. It's loose in front of the net. Oh, Cooley. Oh, my goodness. Missed an open net chance. Right in front of that. What a pass, Quinn. Oh, it's in front of the net again. Oh, possible. Jack Quinn now. Another look. Takes a shot. Oh, that one misses. Still buzzing, though. Got to get to the point. Quinn. He's going to play it behind the net to McLeod. Keep getting that puck near the net. Wedgwood has given up juicy rebounds here. McLeod tries to get it back down to Quinn. That one jumps over his stick, but he's able to maintain it here behind the net. Kulik. Oh, and Quinn gets hooked. No call there, and he loses the puck, and that one goes all the way down, and it will be an icing. So that unit for the Avs will be still out there. They're going to be dead tired. Sabres will be able to get their first line back out there. And what an opportunity there. Wedgwood got outside the zone, and Kulik had a couple of whacks at it at the open net, but couldn't put it in. It all started with that slip down there, and then Abe Kubel had a breakaway, tried to pick the corner, but missed pretty badly there. Definitely could have taken it in a little bit more. It ended up going off a pad. So he didn't miss the net completely. Tage Thompson loses the draw, though. Sabres got to press here again. The Avs are tired. They get it behind the net, but the Avs have too much room, and they're going to be able to get that one up and out of the zone, but it's deflected. So it'll be an offensive zone face-up, but the Avs will be able to change. Wedgwood is the goat. He's looking good. And if you guys are new here, leave a like and subscribe. Helps out a ton. Sabres will have an offensive draw here. Never a Sabres game without Rob Ray mentioned the 50-50. There it is. Cousins on the faceoff against Ivan. Sabres win the draw. Turka behind the net, shoots it out in front of Cousins. Cousins had power open, but couldn't find him. And now he just gives it up, and it's going to be a 2-on-2 back the other way. Benson gets it up to Cousins. Peterka tries to play it up, but Cousins hits it backwards. Cousins just having a disastrous shift. Goes to Benson. He's unable to clear it, and oh boy. Good keep in there for the Avs, and that goes to the net. Oh, wide open net, they score! Logan O'Connor puts that one in, and it's a 4-3 game with 15:30 to go. And Cousins just keeps putting the puck back in his own end, and they're unable to clear it. And all of a sudden, we got ourselves a game. Not what the Sabres wanted to see. And just bad rebound control there. Shoots right out in front. Nobody able to close out O'Connor. Again, good things happen when you get the puck to the net. Yep, Ivan is in the league finally. So Lindy Ruff will call a timeout. Try to get his group regrouped. Again, a terrible third period so far. Avalanche have 2 goals in less than 5 minutes. So Sabres got to get on track here. You cannot let this game slip away. You need this win. Yep, Sabres are sabering. So Sabres will respond with their 4th line out in the ice. A nice face-off win there. Try to settle things. And Krebs' stick goes flying, and all of a sudden the Sabres are going to be undermanned for a little bit as Krebs goes chasing his stick in the offensive zone. Jacob Bryson swings it around, finds Malenstein. Malenstein's able to tip it up and all the way down, but it's going to stop right at Krebs' feet. Sabres unable to get any pressure there. Now the Avs go back the other way. Avs have all the momentum. Now they're going to have an open shot lane. They shoot. Good save there from UPL. Krebs able to handle that one, and he'll shoot it all the way down. Malenstein chases it down, but he's not able to get to it, so they will go off for a change. All of a sudden, we got a ball game here. Luukkonen gets it over to Byram. Oh, geez, Dahlin couldn't handle that one. That was Power. Checks out. Byram now behind the net. Gets out to Kulich. Kulich falls down right out in front. That one pops all the way out in front of the net. Loose puck. No one can get it. Kulich now slaps it to a wide open McLeod, and McLeod will finally get it up and outside the zone. And now that's handled by Kulich. Believe he stayed on side. Shot gets deflected up and out of play. So UPL takes the mask off now. The last shot hit him right in the mask there. So making sure it's all still functional. So Sabres have an offensive zone faceoff. It will be Jason Zucker versus Casey Middlestat. And Middlestat wins that one up. Colorado goes right into the zone here. Bryson and Clifton to chase after it. Clifton ends up getting to it. Tage can't lift it out, but a good play there from Tuck. And now it goes back to Thompson, and Thompson brings it up with some speed. Thompson will swing it around. Zucker. Oh, to Tuck. Oh, good chance there, but Tuck unable to handle that one. Good pass there from Zucker. Now Thompson gets closed out along the boards, and the Avs will pop it up in the air. And now they will get it outside the zone. Good glove down, though, by Clifton. They get it back up and back down. Now Colorado will skate it to the blue line of the Sabres. Ranta closed out by Byram. Tuck able to get it to Clifton, but Clifton unable to advance the puck, and now that one goes around the net. Byram will have a little bit of space here. Has to avoid the back check. And the Sabres get it out, and it's right by their bench, so they'll be able to get a wholesale change there quickly. But the Avs bring it right back in the zone. Good pass there. Good save from UPL, and Benson will bring it back the other way. Now Byram, he's got to be tired out there. Brings it up to the red line, gets it all the way down. Cousins finishes the job. Benson now. Benson behind the net, plays it behind the net, but there's no one there for the Sabres. And the Avalanche are able to clear the zone. And Byram's still out there. Byram now looks up. There's some good passing, and now Cousins gets it to center ice, and he will just dump it all the way down. Sabres will get another change here. So nice little breather for the Sabres here after a hectic first 5 minutes of this period. Sabres fourth line back out there, though. Owen Power tries to keep it, but he's unable to handle that puck. It shoots right up into the air, and now it's pinned along the boards. Shoots out to the point. The Avalanche now. That one tipped, scores! Rantanen throws it to the net, and I believe McKinnon got a tip on that one, and we are all evened up at 4 here. $12:21 to go, and the Sabres gave up 3 goals in the first 8 minutes of this one. What a nightmare. Detroit is up 2-1 on Boston. There's some good news, but Avalanche on the faceoff here. It is now tied at 4. 4 straight goals for the Avalanche in this one. Again, Avalanche give up a lot of goals. They also score a lot of goals. Sabres have 0 momentum right now. That one goes up and out of play in the Sabres' end. So we head to commercial break here with 11:57 to go. Nice run for the Avalanche there. Sabres just got to regroup. And still plenty of time in this one. And again, against a West Coast team, if it goes to OT, that's fine. You got to get 2 points out of this one. And if the Sabres lose this one in regulation, I mean, that is a massive loss. You had this one all but wrapped up. But again, you knew it was going to happen. They started to back off a little bit at the end of the second, and they came out flat in the third. The power plays continued to look terrible. They haven't taken advantage of it. And this team just, continues to miss opportunities. Comeback has been impressive, but again, it's to be expected with this team. Yankees gave you joy until they didn't. Bills as well, but the Sabres just don't give joy in general. Yeah, I mean, that's basically sums it up, right? All my teams at least give me some joy. The Sabres seem to just not. Prime, I hope you're right. Need points. Points in plural. Need the 2. Again, pressure's on the Sabres now too, though. I mean, they're playing like an inexperienced team right now. I mean, you can't let that slip away again. They're playing like a bad team. That's what bad teams do. They give up a goal and they give up, a landslide of goals. You got to be able to regroup, and that's what you bring those veterans in to do. But and this team, again, you got to start thinking it. Maybe it's not the coaches or GMs. Maybe it's the players. The players just, they can't. They don't seem to. They don't seem to gel. They don't seem to, keep it going. It's such a streaky team, and bad teams are streaky. And Dahlin has now left the bench, and he is in the locker room. So terrible news there. Dahlin, Tuck plays it up to Thompson. Thompson unable to get a shot there. Sabres can't keep it in. Oh, boy. Sabres get the puck back. Thompson, he's going to take a shot. Oh, Wedgwood didn't see that one. And now it pops up right out in front of him. Oh, it's loose in front of him. Sabres just can't get a bounce here late in this game. Byram now, and that might be a slash. No call there. Okay. Puck now. Gets it up to Thompson. They're just going to wait, clear the zone, and change back behind. And Wedgwood's been the real star for the Avalanche here, keeping him in this game. Ivan plays it up with speed. The Sabres just need this next goal. Benson now plays it up, and no one's able to get that for the Sabres, and the Avalanche will be able to regroup on this one. Turned it right back over to Benson. Plays it over to the open side of the ice, and that will be, whiffed on there. And Sabres just playing nervous right now. You can tell they don't want to give up this game, and that one gets whiffed back the other way. Cousins now trying to find someone going up ice. He finds Peterka, but there's a guy all over him. He'll turn that one right back over. Now it gets played behind the UPL. UPL stops it. Jokiharju gets it up to Peterka. Peterka now plays it up. And Malenstein able to get it all the way outside the zone. Sabres will change. 10:20 to go here in this one. And nervous moments here for the Sabres team. And the Avalanche have a good run there. Oh, good hit there from Clifton, though. Now he's got to chase after the puck in the corner. Pins it against the boards, turns it up, and now that gets stripped, and Avalanche start to rotate it around. There's a slapper. Good save by UPL there. Blocks it away. The Avalanche get it behind the net. They continue to cycle the puck here. That one goes on. That one's blocked out in front. Sabres need to clear this puck. Abe Kubel gets it, and he will clear it all the way down the ice. It's going to be an icing, but at least they got it cleared. Joey says he hopes they trade Georgiev. Yeah. He has not been playing good, huh? Georgiev's a rare case of goalies that, they have really good seasons and then just, it all fall apart for him. But again, I won't give up on Georgiev. He's had some monster years. Goaltending is a confidence thing. Very streaky. Now McKinnon, he gets stripped, and that goes out, and now the Sabres will get that change they needed. Abe Kubel still out there, though. He's trying to keep the pressure on McKinnon. No icing there, back the other way. So UPL will have to play it to a defenseman for the Sabres, and now Jason Zucker will bring it back out to center ice. His pass goes nowhere, though. And here comes a lane for McKinnon. McKinnon! Good defense there from Bowen Byram to break up a chance. But now the Avalanche, and that one gets lost at the point there. Now Thompson will bring it to center ice. He'll play it to Tuck. Circles. Tries to find Thompson in front of the net, but gives it away. Again, stupid pass there. Back the other way, deflected, so no icing. Yoki Haru now has to chase after it, and he loses it behind the net. Owen Power was right there, though, to pick it up, and that one gets tipped out to center ice. So tense moments, you could feel this game picking up. Avalanche have all the momentum right now. Sabres need a bounce to go their way. There's a shot from the slot. Good save there from UPL. No one in front of the net. Now Ivan plays it behind the net. Power's got to fight for it there. He plays it up a little bit. McLeod dumps it back behind the net, but nobody's there for the Sabres, so the Avalanche will retain possession. Glove down by Kulik, and he's finally able to pass it up. And here comes McLeod to some open ice here. 2-on-2 back the other way. McLeod circles back, waiting for some of his teammates to get there. He plays it right towards center ice, hoping it bounces over an Avs stick, but it doesn't, and they will regain possession behind their own net. Now the Avs clear it. Sabres have plenty of space at center ice. Clifton now tries to find a pass, and I don't know what he's doing. He just passes it down the ice. No icing there, though, because it was on net. So Sabres able to change, but they do not have possession of this one. Now the Avs clear it all the way around the net. It's a good play again. Still no Dahlin. Very concerning there for the Sabres. Cousins is able to clear it. Good play there by Benson to get the puck behind the net, but it's given right back. Benson trying to find the puck. Now he does. He plays it behind the Cousins. Good work there from Benson. Plays it across to Clifton, unable to keep the puck in the zone, but that's just touched up offside. Smart play there. If they tried to touch up there, it would have not gone good for them. So offsides, we go to commercial at 7:27. What a game we got here. And have to get this game at least a point. You really want to, though. I mean, Florida's back to 3-4 against the Panthers or the Penguins. Detroit up 2-1 on Boston. Sabres fans want that one to hold. The Islanders and Canadiens are tied 1-1. Who would have guessed they're going to go to overtime? Again, the Islanders go to overtime in like half their games. Absolutely ridiculous. Nothing matters unless the Sabres win, though. I understand. But yeah, man, what a collapse for the Sabres team. Again, this is a big game, though. I mean, this could be a pivotal game for the Sabres. If you lose this one, you lost 4 in a row. I mean, it's feeling like rock bottom. All of a sudden, you're out of the playoff race. If you come back and win this game, though, this could be a big moment. Every single game from here on out, you give up a goal, you're like, hey, we could come back. Remember that Avs game? We gave up 4 straight. We came back. We won it. I mean, this is a crucial ending to this game. They need better defensive players. I agree. Again, I've been calling for 2 years. We've been promised for 2 years that Owen Power would get a defensive partner, and they just haven't done it, right? Bowen Byram, I guess, was supposed to be that guy, but he plays so well with Dahlin that you can't take him off that line, and no one else plays good with Dahlin, and it's just a mess. Yeah, Sabres face Winnipeg next. The good news is that Winnipeg has been struggling lately. They started off so hot, but they have been struggling lately. So Sabres are playing them at the perfect time. Hopefully that pays dividends. Sabres win the faceoff, and Power is going to shoot that one over the line. Avalanche bring the puck in, though, and there's a shot. That one gets blocked out in front. Oh, UPL was outside of his net there. Power was able to handle that one. Byron plays it to an open point. And now Power behind the net again. Sabres down Dahlin right now, which is not great news. He still hasn't been back on the bench. Power now behind the net. Plays it up, and now Thompson has a little bit of space, and he finally gets it out, and he's stick handling it, trying to find a lane. He will shoot it around to the goalie of Wedgwood. Kulik is out there, so the Sabres are switching lines. They're trying to get some offense here, trying to at least hold on and get a point here. Avalanche clear the zone. That one's going to go right in on UPL. He's not going to cover it, though. He plays it over to his defenseman. And that one's played all the way back to center ice and now given away. Abe Kubel's able to play it behind the net. Beck Malenstein now. Good job there from Beck Malenstein to get to Kubel. Krebs now. And that one, point shot blocked. What else is new for this team? And now Sabres fourth line continuing to put pressure on the Avalanche here in their own end. Haven't gotten any chances out of it yet. Abe Kubel now trying to find an, again, Sabres can't get caught flat-footed in the offensive zone, though. Avalanche are able to dump it all the way down in the Sabres end. No icing there, though, so Jacob Bryson has to chase after it. And both teams will get a change now. Sabres behind their own net. 5:47 to go here. Yoki Haru plays it up to Quinn. Good pass there. Now Paterka's going to have a shooting lane. He plays it in front to Zucker. Oh, my goodness. Scott Wedgwood out of the net. And McLeod almost had a tip-in chance there. Now McLeod looks for a shooting lane. He shoots one in. That one goes wide. Had half the net open, though, so if he would have hit the net there on that shot, he had a chance. Zucker, good play behind the net, though. Now the Sabres are starting to buzz. This is good. But Zucker gives it away. I don't know why he's not going to the point there. Chipped out by the Avalanche, and now Clifton finds an outlet pass to Quinn. Quinn able to put it behind the net. It's a good outlet pass there by Clifton, but it's going to be played up by the Avs. And Colorado's going to get some changes here. Tays to the line. He's just going to dump it in. So Sabres will have possession here. Both teams able to change. Clifton behind the net. And Clifton looking for a breakout pass. Finds Paterka up top. Paterka plays it down low to Benson. Benson unable to get that pass around. Oh boy. 2-on-1 back the other way for the Avalanche. Bad stop up from Bryson. Or from Byron, but that's played wide. Again, Sabres still have to get back defensively, though. The Avs are outnumbering them. Back to an open point. Here comes a lane. Dehan plays it across. That one shot. UPL, big save there. Still loose. Back to the point. Oh, man, Sabres are in a bad spot right now. Back to the point again. It's loose in front. They score. The Avalanche go up 5-4. Again, the Sabres just, I don't know why they don't change. Paterka was out there for like a minute and a half. I don't know why they didn't get a change there. Sabres were dead tired in their own end, and with 4:22 to go, the Avalanche take a 5-4 lead. And just bad rebound control there, and Byram didn't guard in front of the net. You can't step up on that to create the 2-on-1 that started all this. And this line just, went 5-hole. So now the Sabres have to fight to even tie this thing to get it to overtime. So Avs get kicked from the faceoff here again. 4:22 to go. 5 straight goals from the Avalanche. There is still time for the Sabres here. Got to find some energy, though. Thompson now gets it up to Kulik. And that one gets turned over at the point, though. Avs keep it in the zone. Yoki Haru finds some space again. Sabres without Dahlin. That certainly isn't helping late in this game. Still doesn't give them any excuses to lose this game if they do. Yoki Haru tries to fight for it, and now it gets played to a wide-open Jacob Bryson behind the net. And the Avs can play very defensive now if they want to. Bryson finds Krebs in front. And Krebs gets it behind the net. Big hit there from Malenstein. He's bringing the energy here. It's played around. Defenseman trying to pinch, but again, caught in no man's end. It's by Byram again. You either got to go for it or you got to stay back. You got to pick one or the other. He's caught in no man's land twice in a row. Hasn't been able to keep it in. Here comes Abe Kubel. Back the other way, a little bit of space. And Sabres have been unable to score on Scott Wedgwood. And now Sabres player gets crushed to the ice there. No penalty call. Clifton holds. Up to McLeod. McLeod trying to find some space. He finds a little bit of room there. Quinn tries to do that toe drag shot. He's just got to shoot the puck there. I mean, I don't know what we're waiting for. Played back to the point. Yoki Haru to the net. Oh! Sabres player get knocked down in front of the net. No call there. Held in the zone, though. Jason Zucker. Trying to find an open guy. Can't. But now it gets played to Yoki Haru at the point. Back over to Clifton. To McLeod. McLeod squeezed at the blue line. Gets it over. Sabres have it pinned along their own boards here. Now it gets paid to McLeod. McLeod tries to find an open Zucker, gets blocked out in front of the net. Oh, you can't take a penalty there. He doesn't. In front of the net, oh, Quinn fans on the one-timer, though. Quinn has just been unbelievably bad this season. Now it gets played up in the air, not out of play, and with 2:13 to go, the Avs are able to clear the zone, and they dump it all the way around UPL. Cousins gets it up, and Cousins gets stripped. 2 minutes to go now in this game. Oh, my goodness. What a loss this would be for the Sabres. Avalanche just continuing to have offensive zone pressure here. The Avs are just cycling it here. I don't know. I mean, the Sabres just like gas. That one's played. Good save by Luukkonen there, but a minute 38 and the time's ticking. Another big save by Luukkonen. The Sabres, I mean, they can't even get the puck here. That one's cleared all the way down by Jokiharju, and it's going to be an icing with 1:29 to go. So 1:28 to go. Tired group of guys out there, and the goalie will have to stay in the net on the icing. Again, this is the type of game where you have a weak team. You cannot allow 5 straight goals. Gotta imagine Adams is dialing up a trade right now. Will he pull the trigger? Probably not, though. Jokiharju able to clear this one, and that won't be an icing. So Sabres will be able to get a change, but not possession of the puck enough to get the goalie out of the net. Jokiharju now gets the puck again. And Luukkonen goes to the bench. Sabres able to keep a little bit of zone, but now it gets dumped to center ice. Empty net for the Sabres, though, so we'll see what they can do with the man advantage. They haven't been good with it so far tonight. Tuck back out there now. Tuck trying to get some momentum here. Byram, the defenseman out there for the Sabres because Dahlin is injured. Tuck now, under a minute to go. And they have time. No need to panic here. So 49 seconds. Byram gets a shot on net and looks out in front. And oh, it pops over the net. Close chance there for the Sabres again. Can't panic. Just keep trying to find it here. 40 seconds to go. Tuck. Oh, he gives the puck away. Oh my, what is he doing? He's trying to do it all by himself. And now it gets dumped right down to Cousins, and they're just going to pin it against the boards. 29 seconds to go here. Again, the Sabres have a chance, but they're unable to hit on it. Now it gets cleared to a wide open Kulik. He's unable to hold on to it, but they'll have 20 seconds here. Up top, one-timer down low. That one's saved. Thompson. Might have been the best chance you're going to get. Thompson brings it again, tries to find a pass, deflected up and out of play. With 11 seconds to go, we will have an offensive zone faceoff. And one more chance at the faceoff here, and the Sabres have just been terrible with the goalie pulled this year, unable to cash in on any opportunities. Look at the replay here, and oh, what a chance there. 2 chances for Kulik, and he just hasn't been able to score on those. And then Thompson's one-timer that doesn't find the net. So 10.5 seconds to go here. We'll see if the Avs call their timeout. Probably not. They're going to add more time. They're going to add 2 seconds, I think, back on the clock. So 12.5 to go. Yep. Must win on the faceoff here for McLeod. McLeod does win the faceoff, but there's no one there. I mean, where are the Sabres playing here? They get onside. They dump it behind the net. The Avalanche hold on to it, and the Sabres are going to lose this game. Scott Wedgwood pitches a 2-period shutout for the Colorado Avalanche, and the Sabres absolutely melt down and lose 5-4. What a devastating loss there for the Sabres, but, you know, it is what it is. Sabres got to bounce back Thursday. The Atlantic and East are so weak that you still have a chance at the playoffs, but something's got to be done. They got to make a move because that was a gutless loss. And Boston has tied it with Detroit, of course. Montreal has beat the Islanders in OT. Florida has tied the Penguins. And what a tough loss there, though, for the Sabres. So that's going to do it for this one. Again, tough loss for the Sabres. Looks like the misery will continue. I don't know how you lose that game. That was absolutely terrible, but we were live to witness it, and yeah, it is what it is. Sabres just get completely outplayed the last 2 periods of that game. Just zero energy from this team, and they continue to have just poor defense. Hopefully, Dahlin is healthy. That's the biggest thing now. And if he's not, I don't think it's going to matter because this team just, man, this team just continues to be terrible. Thank you guys for joining this one, though. Yep, it is only one game, but these games seem to happen far too often for the Sabres, and they just cannot afford these losses in this type of season. Donald will have a rant incoming. Look out for that one. Sabres had so many opportunities to add on, and they just couldn't do it. Could not do it at the end of this game. And yeah, UPL again had a good start to this game, but you know, I'm not gonna pin all the blame on the defense. He gave up a ton of juicy rebounds there to create at least 2 or 3 of those goals. But yeah, look out for the Donald rant on the channel. I mean, it's just Mike just won $5K on the comeback. Always bet against the Sabres. If you guys want to make money, that's my advice. Bet against the Sabres. Works like a charm. But stream will probably end in the next couple minutes. So thank you guys for joining this one. On the way out, be sure to leave a like and subscribe. Just a tough loss for the Sabres.